Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello people and welcome to Footy Judge Mo. Trent disrespect to Liverpool continues, leaving Liverpool on a free. A lot of people are saying that Trent is a rat, Trent is this, Trent is that. A lot of other people are saying FSG are at fault, of course, with leaving a player like this to run down his contract. We'll talk about that as well. Who's at fault? I want to know what you guys think in the chat. I want to know what you guys think in the comment section below. Who do you think is at fault? Is Trent, have Trent disrespected Liverpool? In the same day, the Arsenal are reported to lead the race to sign Zubimendi from Real Sociedad, the player that they wanted, of course, for the longest time. Of course, now this year, they spoke about it in January, but it looks like it is happening soon. Of course, Chelsea are set to keep Jadon Sancho, maybe trying to give him another chance or sell him. Should he be given another chance? We'll ask Shez about that. We'll ask the panel about this. Of course, or should he be sold? Is he a good option for Chelsea for £25 million? And the biggest news of the day, of course, it is the biggest news of the day. We all know Gyökeres come out to say that he wants a bigger club than Nottingham Forest. He rejects Nottingham Forest. He wants a club that is going to compete and it's going to be winning major trophies. He doesn't believe in the Forest project. Wolfie in the mud, he did a stream about it. Forest Fan TV in the description. Go and support Wolfie, of course. He did a stream about it, but we'll ask him about his opinion. Basically, he is belittling Nottingham Forest. Big up to the Nottingham Forest fans. But listen, know your place. All we have to know is know your place. It's levels to this game. Step by step. You can go and sign the likes of Jimenez and these guys. And then once you keep yourself within the Champions League group for a couple of years, you can go and sign the likes of Gyökeres, Husam, and these guys. But don't jump right away and thinking, I'm one of the big guys. I'm going to go and get Gyökeres. I'm going to battle Gyökeres.
You've been feeding lies, man. You've been feeding lies.
I'm not. Wallah al-Azim, the articles are there.
Yeah, it doesn't say he wants to join a bigger club. Yeah, what are you doing this off?
I can read the article. I can read the big up Jords.
Who wrote the article? Because I can create an article.
It's very good. It's very good when it's other clubs. We don't ask about the source. We report about it. But when it's your club, now you're getting sensitive. Now you're like, who's the source? Who's the source?
I'm not getting sensitive because it's conflicting what proper sources are saying.
Proper sources. You don't think that Gyökeres? Do you think Gyökeres is going to join your club?
I don't know.
Don't say that, Wolfie. You do think he is because you said it last week.
No, I don't. I don't.
You said you think he's coming.
No, I don't. I did. Find me a stream where I said he's joining Forest.
You said you think he is. That was the question. It wasn't said. You didn't say it was a guarantee. You said you think he is, and you think he will come. That was
Wait,
said.
show me where I said that, Jords. Don't you come in and start
You
laying your
definitely did
freaking
say that.
grenades,
You
man.
definitely did say that. You definitely did.
No,
when
I
we were
didn't.
talking about
I've literally got 3 videos
Man,
on my
Man.
channel where I haven't said he is
I'm not
joining.
talking about your channel. I'm talking about
All right,
Talk
when?
Man. We was on the Talk Man last Thursday, was we not?
All right, give me receipts.
You're gonna do this because I can't be asked to go get you receipts. But I know what was said, and you know.
All right, but you can be asked to chuck stuff around.
No, because you know what was said, and you're just gonna deny it.
I'm not gonna deny it, man. I'm just asking for receipts.
The chat knows. The chat will know. A lot
I
of these
Tom got Victor Gyökeres rules out one Premier League side.
Who?
Right? Nottingham Forest.
No, who's the article?
The Premier League is expected to be handing a spot. Florian, whatever his name, the guy from Germany, rules out possibility of Forest, who have set his sight on joining a team capable of competing for major European honors in the future. It's basically exactly what I said.
No, it's not.
It is literally what I just
Because
said.
I've literally got what Pletty Goal has put out, and he's not said that. He said an exclusive, as exclusively revealed in October, Gyökeres can leave Sporting for 60 to 70 million in the summer, as there's a verbal agreement between Gyökeres and the club. The current and clear trend: Gyökeres will not join Forest. So that's it. Where's
He's not
this
going to
whole,
join Forest.
he wants a bigger club and all this
It's
stuff?
Okay, here you go. Here you go. Okay, I'm going to read it again. People in the chat, correct me if I'm wrong.
Tell me who.
Who has set Florian, I told you, Plettenberg, firmly rules out a possibility move to Forest for Gyökeres, who set his sight on joining a team capable of competing for major European honors in the future.
Okay. Again, you're doing it wrong.
But I'm reading it. I'm not doing anything. I'm reading.
Who are you quoting?
Florian Plettenberg.
No, you're not.
Wallah,
I'm literally reading his tweet there, so you're reading an article.
I am reading an article.
Okay, who wrote the article?
Tom got in 90 minutes.
Oh, you're reading 90-minute articles. That's bad from you. That's poor from you more.
There are other ones as well that quoted Florian. It can say the problem.
He didn't quote him. I just quoted him. Mo, what are you doing to yourself here?
What did he say?
What I said, word for word, verbatim, was what Petty Goal said. What you said is the opinion of that Tom guy, man, who everyone just laughed at you for.
Like, come on, tell me.
Come on. Would you want me to do the quote again?
Yeah, quote it. Say it again.
I just said it again. As exclusively revealed in October, Victor Gyökeres can leave Sporting for 60 to 70 million in the summer, and there's a verbal agreement between Gyökeres and the club. The current and clear trend, Gyökeres will not join Forest, Swedish flag. Khalas.
Okay, there you go.
Show me where you're saying this big stuff. Show me where you're saying he wants to go somewhere he can build, win trophies and all this. None of that is from Pletty Goal. All of that is an opinion piece. This is what bugs me about YouTubers, man. They don't define between opinion pieces and actual sources, which is exactly what you just did, Mo.
I'm writing articles.
Bro, are you saying, Wolfie, that you yourself as we're asking you because Jords asked you this thing. Do you think he will join your club? Yes or no?
No, I haven't said he will join our club. I haven't said he will join our club. But what's being done now is all these extra ingredients
literally just said
it's literally lies. I'm telling you that it's lies because he did actually
dig it up, man. Dig it up.
He did actually say quite verbatim that he thinks Gyökeres would choose Nottingham Forest over quite a lot of clubs. Like I remember.
He would. Would he choose us over Spurs?
No, bro. No, we didn't even have. I'm pretty sure he said he would choose Forest over Arsenal or something like that. Like,
answer the question. Would he choose Forest over Spurs?
Bro, we don't want him. I don't know what.
No, he wouldn't. You know what the answer is, Jords. You just can't say it.
We've stole two of your best players in the last couple of years. You can't
Jords, would Gyökeres join Spurs over Forest? It's a yes/no question.
We buy your players. You could never buy a Tottenham player. Please.
Jords, I'll ask again. Would Gyökeres join Spurs over Forest? Yes or no?
I'll tell you again. Nottingham Forest could never attract a player above Spurs. We buy your players, you don't buy ours. If you buy ours, you buy our shit. We buy your best. Let's have it right. Let's just clarify. You know that, I know that. We don't need to do this. Thank you.
So
Wait,
you're
Brennan
refusing
Johnson
to
and
answer
who
the
else?
question.
Brennan
Jed
Johnson and who
Spence.
else?
Jed Spence.
Okay, Jed Spence is decent, but Brennan
Actually, Jed
Johnson.
Jed Spence at the time. Oh, yeah, okay. Jed Spence at the time was one of their best players when he joined.
Yeah,
us.
yeah,
So,
I agree. I agree.
Okay, but you
Jed
did
Spence,
again.
I
You
agree.
don't know
Brennan
your
Johnson is
facts,
not a
do you?
flex.
Jed
Sort of a flex.
Spence was a Middlesbrough player.
Actually, I
So
can't
do your
argue with
research.
that. That's
Yeah,
actually a good
do your
point.
research.
Okay.
They did spend like the money. You did spend both that money on Odoi and Elanga, to be fair. So Jords is right when he says that.
What
Much I want to disagree. He's right.
about what?
You guys, they bought Johnson, which was your best player, and then you replaced him.
No, he
with two
wasn't.
players.
Gibbs
He's the
White
top
was
goal
our best
scorer of that
player.
league.
Yeah, but he was
He's
one of
the top
like
goal
you
scorer
know
that
what I mean.
season.
Let's not do semantics.
Wait.
Premier League top goal
Jords is
scorer.
deflecting off the very simple
Premier League
question,
top
which
scorer.
I
I'm
will
agreeing
go
with Jordan's
back
point in terms
to.
of, like, is it the proof's in the pudding, bro? You literally sold. Your
Can I
best player
actually
to
tell
Spurs.
you guys? You guys are all okay. Let me. But the facts are, isn't this changing? Based on Wolfie's
Changing? How
argument,
can it
says,
change
hold
in
on.
one
Yes,
season?
I'm gonna tell you. Based on Wolfie's argument, the order is changing in the Premier League because Wolfie thinks that Forest are here to stay. They're gonna make Champions League this season, and they're gonna spend money to take over from other clubs. So is it changing? Yes. When Forest were fighting relegation, George is 100% correct. Nottingham Forest are only gonna buy the rejects from Spurs. Forest would never have gone to buy the star from Spurs, and but vice versa is correct. Spurs
star?
would have gone to okay, hold on, Wolfie, you can't deny this. Spurs would have gone to Forest and said, "Who's your best player? Here is the money. I'm taking that
Yeah,
player."
no, I'm just saying,
Because-
what star would
Exactly.
we have been able to go after from Spurs?
whatever. Like, there are a lot of them. There is Son,
No,
there
he's
is
just-
Kane, there
he's
is
doing semantics,
Romero.
guys.
Carry on, man.
He's
Sorry,
wrong.
There is
It's a little
Romero.
jab. I couldn't
Okay, let me
resist.
explain it. But,
I couldn't
okay.
resist. Carry on.
We can be shameless or we can be objective. Do we think that Forest now, if they get Champions League, they play well next season, they can actually now and go and attract players from some of the Brightons and the Wolves, the Fulhams, and now if Spurs don't catch up to them, can they go and convince a player from Spurs to join them because they have European football apart from Spurs? People in the chat can answer this. And before, everyone that joined from the Football Terrace, big up Terry, big up everyone that watched the Straight Facts show, of course, with LB and Dan. Make sure when you walk in, you hit the like button. Of almost 700 people in the house. So let's get the likes up, people. Hit that like button. Let's get to 300 likes live. Osam is joining. He's just spraying Aisha, of course. And he's gonna be here. Literally, I want an objective answer and no banter. We can do the banter later.
What's the question?
It's very simple. If Forest are here to stay, can they reverse the orders and now attract top players from the Premier League?
Yes. None of them want to say yes. You see this? None of
But
them.
I don't. I
they know the
disagree.
answer
I
is
don't
yes,
know.
and none of them want to say it.
I don't.
That's
I
how
don't
rattled
think
they are.
you're like. I don't think you're like Newcastle, where the ownership. Again, I say ownership just based on like assumptions and stereotypes, but I don't think. I don't know anything about your ownership to say they are that ambitious, where they'll be like.
Bro, do you
Actually,
even
now
know
that
my
we are-
owner's name?
No, I don't. But this is what I'm saying. I don't know if your ownership is gonna be like this. Okay, so I'm asking you, educate me about your ownership. Do you think your ownership this summer is gonna go like, we finished top 4 last season? Let's cement it this season and try to go a step further. Let's go spend 200, 300 million in the summer and buy top quality. Not 200 million on 20 players, 200 million on like 4 players.
Yeah,
3
that's what I
players.
think. I think that's what he does. Like he
Okay, fair.
likes to win.
Fair.
He likes trophies. He owns Olympiacos. He owns Forest. He owns team in Portugal. He's trying to get another team in Brazil. He wants to win. He's not in this to turn Forest into, tenfold what they're worth. He wants trophies.
But what
So
evidence
he's-
do you have to that if he's not said it? How do you know that?
He has said it.
So can I
Bro,
just
the first thing
confirm?
he said when we got promoted was, "We're not here just for a ride. We are here to win trophies." He got laughed at.
Okay, fair.
He
fair.
got
What
laughed at.
what team does he own in Portugal? Just out of curiosity.
Rayo Ave.
Okay, so
Yeah,
all
that's
the
a
teams
bum
that he
team.
owns is all the teams that he owns, he's used to getting rejects and bums. So when you're talking about going to sign top players, I'm confused because Olympiacos don't sign top players; they sign rejects. Nottingham Forest don't sign top players; you sign
Oh.
rejects. So when I'm talking about
Olympiacos.
attractiveness and I'm talking about my owners are ambitious, they're ambitious enough as big as the club are. Your club isn't big enough to go and sign a player like Gyökeres.
Here's the thing, though.
Your club, and
European
although your
trophy
position may be
last
nice,
year, yeah.
although your position may be nice, let's have it right again. You can't go and sign players off the back of just having one good season. Players know what clubs are.
And again, Jords.
Wait, Wolfie, let me finish, please.
Go on.
Players sign 5-year contracts nowadays, 6 or 7 year contracts. No one's signing a 5 to 7 year contract with Nottingham Forest. I'm sorry, it's just not going to happen. Especially someone that's coming from a bigger club. And
it's not only bigger club. He's very honest. Gyökeres, for example, off the back of one season, he's not going to commit his last big contract to Nottingham Forest, for example, without guarantees that you're going to always be in the Champions League. And you can't guarantee that. I'm telling you, Spurs even can guarantee this, but Spurs guarantee something else. Spurs have a bigger fan base. Spurs have a bigger name than Forest in the world. At the current moment, social media tax. You can claim that you have. Okay, Wolfie, I'm not trying to rattle you. You can claim that you have more heritage.
As well, please. After.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
You cut me off.
No, because I was just checking. Yeah, Chelsea's. I'm trying to remember it. Chelsea's league finishes before Roman came in, and they were slightly steady.
You were third, bro.
Yeah,
you were
like
third, fourth, fifth.
This is the thing. People don't know the history, innit? I had to look at it myself to confirm. I didn't want to lie to people. We were finishing good positions a good few years before Roman came in. So it wasn't just our owner came in with ambition, just chose Chelsea and was like, yeah, there was clear foundation.
With all due respect, Chelsea were not City in the night.
Yeah,
Chelsea
we were actually quite
still
a decent team. Yeah.
Yeah.
We won a few trophies. We had some European trophies. We won a few cups, FA Cup and stuff. It wasn't all doom and gloom.
What's your point, Chaz?
Why am I mentioning this? I'm going to get to the point. The point is that your owner has been there for how long, sorry? Wolfie confirmed to me.
2017.
He hasn't been there for that long with respect to ownership, yeah? And you were in the championship for a large part of that. So why are you all of a sudden going to go from being in the league for a couple years to staying in the top 4 consistently, buying top players, spending on big wages? Those things don't just happen overnight. For you to have that level, I would expect you to be here in 2 years' time and still make top 4 again and again. Then you'll be talking. If you make top 4 next year, then the year after that, and your ownership's been here for 10 years, and you got money, now we can start hearing you say players at Gyökeres.
Wait, how long's your ownership been in?
Which one? The current
3
one?
years. 3 years. 3 years. 3 years.
Yeah, it's come up to it's only been 3 years actually.
3 years. Have they finished in the top 4 under that ownership?
We haven't finished top 4 yet.
No. Okay. So we did.
No, 3. They joined 2022.
Yeah, but you're not comparing Chelsea to Nottingham Forest now.
No, I'm not doing that. I'm just
Chelsea have won 2 Champions Leagues in the last 15 years.
I agree. I'm not.
Let me. No, he's doing exactly what you want him to do. Start talking about Chelsea. Let's focus.
No, I'm not comparing Forest and Chelsea. I'm not. I'm just trying to figure out Chez's logic here on what he's saying. Because my next thing is, okay, what happened to Man City from 07 to 08?
Yeah, but Wolfie, it's not. It's not the same. It's not the same because City's ownership. Yeah, City's ownership. I'm not saying they don't want to make money. Of course, they want to make money. They're businessmen. They're investors. But they also have this mental appetite to win. And that's why.
Not even that. Sorry to interrupt you. Elephant in the room. Hello, PSR.
Yeah.
Hello. That's the big
exactly.
difference.
That's why Newcastle couldn't do the same thing.
It's a landscape and context, which is completely different.
And this is
this is what I'm still again linking it back to your point about this finish third, finish second. Because when Abramovich came in, when PSR wasn't there either. PSR wasn't there either. Man City weren't established. Man City weren't established.
Like I just told you, the Man City scenario is different. The Chelsea scenario is different because we were established team. We was established. I'm not Man City. They were established-ish, but Chelsea definitely was. And secondly, the landscape of the league was different because of the money, the fair play. Back then, Chelsea could literally spend umpteen amount of money and there's no consequences of it.
No repercussions.
Now but back then, Chelsea, United before them could bully teams into giving up their players. Would you not agree?
No, but that's because they had more money to do so. Now you can't do that.
Yeah, now exactly. Now you can't. Now you can't. So what's happening now is the landscape of this Big Six, Cartel Six, Sky Six, whatever it's called now, is completely going to change. Because you're seeing teams like Man United even Man United, whose revenue is huge, I think it's only now second to Man City, if I'm not mistaken, they're struggling with PSR. So they can't go in and throw some money to fix their problems. They're 14th, 15th in the league. They can't suddenly spend 400, 500 million unless they're doing it through generating revenue from player sales. So this whole landscape is changing right now. So for you guys to sit there and think in your naivety and your arrogance that you can just chuck money at a problem now to fix it, you can't, because you've seen players like Gay with Crystal Palace not leave last summer, wasn't it, for 65 million, because Crystal Palace didn't feel the need that they had to sell him. If that was 10, 15 years ago, Crystal Palace would have folded at 40 million. Obviously, ignore inflation.
But then aren't you making an argument against yourself, Wolfie?
Yeah, literally.
No,
I'm about to say
no, I'm
something.
not.
Because if
literally
you're
making
saying
our point.
because if you're saying that teams cannot just bully smaller teams now with by throwing money at them, that means you have an even lesser chance of getting superstars.
No, when
against
have I
you.
said, at what point have I said Forest are going to go to a small team like, I don't know, Spurs or something and bully their players out of them? When have I said that?
So Wolfie,
I
like
okay,
the dig.
let's
I like
say
the
you
dig.
didn't say it then.
I like the
What
dig.
haven't
Yes,
said
I
that,
liked
have
it. I like the dig, but Jords didn't take the bait. I like
Yeah,
it.
he did.
Jords didn't take the bait. You know?
I'll say this.
Bro.
I'll just say this quickly in
You know, when a
defense
little
of
kid punches
Wolfie.
you, you don't really hear it. You don't feel it much, bro. Like, go on.
I'll
throw a couple
just-
bangs if you want.
I'll just say this in defense of Wolfie's thing, though, like, because you're mentioning Gay. I know you just gave Gay as an example, but
Yeah.
let's pick Gyokeres because that's how it all started. I don't think for you guys to cement your position in top 4 next season, because I'm assuming that's your aim as a fan. And if your owner is serious, and I'm just going to take what your owner said as face value. Let's assume he's not lying. Let's assume he really wants to compete and progress and win trophies. You don't have to go after superstars. You can do what like Brighton have done and what Dortmund have done years ago. Just don't sell your big players. That's all. As long as you keep your main guys and strengthen, find good talent, that's it. But you have to be realistic, Wolfie. You're not going to shop where the big clubs shop. That's just the reality of things.
Okay, but
At least not for the next 4
you
years.
got to be realistic and say that when reports have come out, and let me just reel you off some names. And again, I will say I don't believe half these reports, right? Gyökeres, Osman, David Luiz. Who else has been linked to Forest already?
David
Jonathan
Luiz.
David.
David Luiz.
Wait, are we talking about the same
Which
David
David
Luiz?
Luiz?
Douglas Luiz or David Luiz?
Douglas Luiz.
Sorry,
Douglas Luiz. Oh, okay.
He misspoke يعني عادي يعني.
Yeah. We
I
should.
didn't
man,
know.
like,
I
come on.
was
He
just
said
about to
David
give him a
Luiz
reality
very, like,
check. You know,
clearly,
signing
like,
David
what?
Luiz at 40 years
Yeah.
old ain't.
Because
alright.
David Luiz,
Anyway,
David Luiz
my-
made sense. David Luiz
Guys,
is Forest.
take it
Yeah.
easy. Take it easy.
Douglas
He's a,
Luiz.
take it easy. Wolf is an old man. He's just seen his team make the Champions
And
League.
I'm Siam.
He's
And I'm Siam.
He's passing. Take it easy.
Yeah.
Mo, David
Take
Luiz is a
it
Forest
easy
signing.
on him.
Nunes is
Yeah.
a Forest signing.
Anyway,
Nunes
my
is a
point
Forest
is,
signing, I'm
if
telling you.
these names were linked,
Names linked to his club. He's mixing them up.
But Wolfie, you just said you don't believe these reports, so why are we discussing that?
you
Well, I
haven't
don't
even
know
let me
what
finish
it's
my
like.
point. You haven't even
Yalla,
let me
make your
finish
point,
my
Habibi.
point. My point
Yalla,
is,
Habibi.
these names being linked to Forest today, yeah, ain't no one laughing at it. You can say, okay, maybe if so and so's not in for this
Oh,
and
you
this
want
and they have the money.
validation.
I'm
Yet a
laughing.
year
Oh, it
ago,
was validation.
they wouldn't even bother putting these.
Alright,
these
no, let me say
pieces
something.
out.
Let me say something,
I'll
Wolfie,
give
yeah,
you
because what you're
you
doing,
want, yeah?
Sancho.
You're gonna sign these players, yeah? Don't worry about us. We're just laughing at your club.
Do you know
Don't
what
worry
it
about
is?
Jords. Don't worry about Ashraf and Ches. You're gonna sign big players. You're gonna make top 4, and you're gonna prove us wrong, yeah?
No,
That's what you
but
want.
Ches, I don't like this. I'm not doing this. I'm not
His
going to let
conversation
Wolfie get
stinks.
away
They're
with
not
it.
making top
Because
4 next
Wolfie
year.
likes to press everyone
That's
else, balls, but when it's everyone else's time to laugh, Wolfie wants to be the first one
Go
to
on.
ask questions. and
Go on,
call them
Jords,
out.
let's do this.
Because like Ches just said there, you're seeking validation by looking at other players and saying, look, we're linked to this player, we're linked to this player. But then when we're asking you about potentially signing, you're saying, well, I didn't say I'm going to sign them. So you're avoiding the expectation of signing them. If you're saying we're linked to them, say, okay, my club can go and get that signing. We're going to get it done. As in, the only reason you won't get it done is because, I don't know, we don't want to pay that money or something. As in, you've rejected them. Because if you're saying we're linked, ultimately you think that if you make the bid, they're coming to you, right? So
That's not
Maybe-
what
Or
I
at
said.
least they're listening.
That's
Or at
not
least
what
they're
you're
listening.
Basically, if a club,
Yeah.
let's establish something, George. If a club inquire about the player, they think they can land that player. It's just very simple.
Yeah.
It's very right.
But
That's it.
what did I say? I said, I
doesn't
don't
have the
believe these
expectation of signing
pieces
any of
coming out. That was my point. I don't believe these pieces coming out. Yeah, from Mo's mate, Sam, or whoever said he was reading. Yeah, these are people filling column inches, but they're filling it with Forest's name now. If Forest are going in for some of these players,
But you know why
they
that
will get
happens,
them.
Wolfie, right? Because it's media, it sells. When a new club comes into the fold, it's like when Villa came into the fold, or if Everton were in top 4, they know now their fans want to hear stuff. So they sell you BS because they know that sells. So if they know Forest is top 4 now, they can link this guy, because it'll actually sell. Now we have a new audience to attract, which is the Forest fan base. That's why they do this. They don't do it because they're like, actually, we spoke to Gyokeres and we spoke to his team, and they said, if Forest put a serious bid, I might consider.
Exactly.
They don't do
my
that.
point.
You know what's funny
Exactly my
about
point
this,
when you had
Ashraf,
Mo quoting Sam about he said this is I wouldn't go I want a big club or whatever it was he said. It's like it's just an opinion piece in an international window that they're feeding. That's all. And Mo lapped it up, man. Mo just sat there and lapped it all up.
my problem, the problem with it is as well is all the players you're naming are already linked to like loads of the other top 6 clubs in the league. So it's easy links. It's just like, because they're linked to let's just say Newcastle, Tottenham, Chelsea, and all these other teams. We can throw a Forest link in there. It's just gonna blend. No
I
one's
like
gonna
how you
think
chucked
anything
in
of
a
it.
Tottenham link in there, bro. But, okay.
Because Douglas Luiz, I've seen him linked to Tottenham. I've seen I saw an article saying, I saw the Gyökeres article another day of some rubbish player saying, rubbish guy saying Tottenham are linked. I was like, we can't get Gyökeres. I know the one thing about I know myself, my club can't get Gyökeres at this moment in time. We can't attract him, just like you can't.
So,
I will give myself a reality check before someone else will. You need the reality check. We're here to give you that today, Wolfie. It's all right. We'll give it to you.
will you now answer the question I asked you 30 minutes ago?
I'm not savvy. You're not going to catch me out with the Austria questions, and you maybe rattle me.
Hold on.
This is Thursday because we know what happened last Thursday. We're not going to do
Bro,
that.
take control of this show, man. What we
The
doing?
current and clear trend, Gyökeres will not join Forest. How clear can it be?
Why are we discussing
What did
this
you
then?
say, Mo? You said he wanted to go to a bigger club where he could guarantee trophies. Keda. Which
if you
is
are in
someone's
for-
opinion that you read without realizing that. And I pulled you up even before you started
but
reading
that's
it to save
great,
yourself the
But
embarrassment.
that actually proves my point.
No, it doesn't.
If Forest are in for the guy and it is clear Gyökeres will not join Forest, that means he will join other clubs. Do you believe that he will join a team below Forest?
Okay,
in
let me
that
ask you this.
statue?
Who said that Forest were in for him?
I don't know. Plenty of reports. I don't know exact journalists. You can tell us.
Fake
You're a
reports.
Forest fan.
Yeah, fake reports.
It was that same guy you were reading, that Sam guy. This is the thing. And then it grew legs
So
from
why
there.
is that wrong? So why
No,
is that
no.
wrong?
So what
Did
we're
you
discussing
inquire?
here is
I'll tell
I
you
don't
why it's
understand.
wrong is
Did
because you don't
inquire
know
about
if
him or not?
No, you don't know. Because this guy who's giving you
tell
his
her. Okay,
opinion piece.
Judge Mo doesn't know. Wolfie, Forest Fan TV, like and subscribe in the description. You tell the fans, did Nottingham Forest inquire about Gyökeres or not? Yes
I
or
don't
no?
know. I don't know. I haven't seen any evidence to say that they have.
All right, so I don't want to see no more videos.
It's
from
just
you about
like, wait, it's
I don't
just
wanna see
like,
no more
hold
videos
on,
from you
Jords,
about
hold on, Jords. In January,
He's blaming poor Mo, who's not a Forest fan.
wait.
Feeding off
No, because
his
you're
own
misquoting
channel,
stuff without realizing what you're
linking
doing.
Gyökeres to his club,
I'll give
and then
you.
he's blaming
I'll
me for
give you the
reporting
perfect
about it.
example. I'll give you the
It's
perfect
crazy.
example.
I've never seen this, bro.
Okay, Asmani. In January, who was the biggest link to Forest? Cunha. Yeah. Even Sky Sports were coming out saying Forest will break their record transfer fee in January to get Cunha in.
Did you do a video about it?
Huh?
Did you do a video about it?
I did about 5 videos about it.
Okay,
right?
so I am your friend, your Arab brothers, your Arab brother here, the neighbor Egyptians. I believed you. I watch your content, Forest Fan TV, and I believed you, so I'm talking about it. Same
Okay,
for you.
what did I say on
and
my
now
video?
you
What
come
did
on
I
my
say?
channel and you're blaming me.
No. Again, you're saying something that I can't. What did I say on my video? I said, I've spoken to the people I know in the club. They said, fake news. Sky Sports don't know what they're talking about. We are
Why
not
did you
in
do
for
5
Cunha.
videos about it? It should have been 1 video and we move on. Fake
Bro,
news, move
because
on.
it kept
Why 5
growing
news?
legs and I had to keep
no.
debunking it. Go check it. But this is my
You know who's
point.
the real player you will get? I guarantee you, Richarlison. I think that's the
No.
player.
You know who we're going to get? You
I'm
know who
not
we're going to
joking.
get?
I swear I'm
We'll
not
get Nunes.
joking.
We'll get Nunes.
Richarlison is
No,
someone who
Sam is
I'll
like,
tell you who we're
it.
going to
Ashraf,
get.
We're
I'll
talking
tell you
about
who
You
we're
know the
gonna
worst
get.
thing about it? They'll give us about 45 mil for him. Thank you. Yeah.
Bro, we ain't doing no refunds on Jono, bro.
Watford, Everton, and now Forest. I'm telling you.
I'll
that's
tell you
the-
who
gonna
we're
be the Premier
getting, bro.
League
We're getting
for sure.
Vissa in the summer. It's going to be Vissa.
That's a good
That's
sign.
who. That's who
He's
it's
a
going
good
to be.
player. He's a good player. Yeah, he's a good player.
But it's
That'll
your
keep
level
you-
of signing.
That'll
That's
keep you in
that's the
top 8,
thing.
maybe.
Which is
Vissa
above
top
the
eight.
level of the Spurs level. Yeah?
I like Wissa. So I'm
That
not.
is
I'm
Spurs
not
Could you
level,
get him at
sir.
Spurs? Could you get him at
That is Spurs
Spurs?
level.
we could get him. Do
Yeah.
you know? I looked at this already. He's on about 25k a week. Tottenham
So
could
if
offer him
if
4 times.
Forest and
We could
Spurs
offer
came in
him-
for him,
Okay,
Wingers,
hey,
you
you
know.
asked me a question. We could offer him again to stay in the same city that he's already living in because Brentford's pretty much in London. Okay, and then we're going to offer him 4 times his wages. Okay, and then Spurs are a big club than Brentford. We can definitely. go
Jords,
get
can I just say something? Sorry, I've
You
been
wanna do
listening. I want to say something.
Yeah,
Trent, I'm sorry, Trent. Oh wait, sorry. Worry about Trent. Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah,
going
I'm
to
not-
tell
I'm
you.
not
Worry
even
worry
gonna
about
say-
Trent. Back to
I'm not
Wolfie.
even going to say anything negative. Let me just say this. I noticed something George said that's actually factually true. Why is it Wolfie that's always opening up his disgusting mouth whenever it's any of our clubs, but when it's his club, he's suddenly giving 500 excuses? I don't get this. Why don't you stand on business, Wolfie? Because if it was
Well, I
Chaz
said you
or
don't
my
like
club or
Habibi, huh?
George, that's why you're using Miswak, mate. Because your opinions stink.
What
Ashraf-
what have I
Ashraf,
said that you don't like?
Chaz
What have I
and
said you don't
George.
like?
Bro,
If any of us, like if I was
I
linked
didn't say
tomorrow, if I was linked tomorrow to like I don't know an insert shit player, like whoever, if I was linked to Cole Palmer, insert shit player, he'd be like,
Oh,
oh
shut
my
up,
god, there's no way,
Oh.
blah, blah, blah. And he would sit up here and give 30-minute monologue. But when it's your club, you're like, I did 5 videos on Cunha, but like I might not be. Like
Yeah,
this is.
I did a
telling.
video to say
Mo
he's not
has been
coming,
done
bro.
dirty
What
by
you
this
what are you
thing.
going on
Nah,
about?
Habibi,
Wait.
Mo has not been done dirty by this link. Today is your day to answer your Forest questions. You wanted to do Forest PR. You're
No.
carrying your
If you're gonna
PR.
come here with tickle the belly,
Wait.
Hajat, man. When you just said I did that, oh, you would have come
You
on and said,
said
oh, no way, no way,
man,
Palmer's
I
gonna
don't
go to
understand what you're
to
saying, man.
Liverpool.
Allow me.
I said Cunha is not going to Forest in those videos. That's what I
Fi-
said.
you did 5 videos to enforce Forest fan that he's
Well,
not
do you
going.
know how many different sources it kept coming out from? I said he ain't coming is fake news, man. It might not have been 5, might have been 3. Probably was like 7 to be
Can I-
honest.
You know what? Let me ask you guys something. Next season, next summer, who do you think is more attractive, Newcastle or Nottingham Forest?
Newcastle.
How is this even a debate? Newcastle, of course.
So who do you think in the next 5 years, Newcastle or Nottingham Forest is gonna be more
too much
successful?
of a jump.
They'll be
man.
on.
It's
They'll
not
be on par.
too much of a drum. It'll be
I think
Newcastle.
so. 5 years is a long time.
But do you know why I
Exactly.
said 5 years? Because
Newcastle's
George
on an
said,
upwards
you
trajectory.
said, who said, George or Shez said that players are not going to think about next season
I
Forest
did,
playing
I
the
said,
Champions
yeah.
League. Like they think about, okay, I'm signing a 4-year contract. What am I committing
George
to
said that,
here?
but it makes sense.
Yeah, I said that, but
Like, what am I
Newcastle again,
committing to?
Newcastle's on an upward trajectory. For one, they had their top 4 season 2 years ago. Yes, they took a step back last year, but again, injuries was the reason why they took that step back. Level of football hasn't dropped. The level of investment has never been a problem. It's only been the level of revenue that they can bring in, which is a problem, which is now going to grow with winning a trophy.
Again,
Newcastle is in a
incorrect.
very different. It's not. What did I say that was incorrect?
What did you say
Level
that was
of-
incorrect?
when you say level of investment, you talk about transfers.
No, I said the level of
Nah, he's
investment.
talking about belly dance.
The owners can provide more investment. The reason that they
Belly
don't
dance.
is because of
Mo,
PSR.
take control,
Yeah,
I
he's
said-
talking about belly dance.
That's how Wolfie answers like,
Yes, what's
I
your
know.
problem?
Waffling about what? They're not getting Gyökeres. That's it. Move
Who?
on. They're not getting him.
Because what are you talking
Yeah,
about?
but
what do you
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
talk
yeah.
about? Ches, what do you want? You want to talk about Sancho? Is that what you want to
No,
talk about
no,
Sancho?
no, George. No one's talking about
Oh,
your
man.
team. Yeah,
No, but
that's
is
Spurs.
that what you want to do? Is you want to talk
No
about
one's
Sancho?
talking about Spurs.
No,
No
I'm
one's talking
asking you. You want to talk about Sancho?
No,
or
I'm
you
just
don't?
I'm
Is
just
that what it
saying.
is?
Asking questions like, for example,
As if
in 5
Abramovich
years'
bought
time,
Spurs, you would have
who's going to
supported
be
them.
more successful, Newcastle or Forest? It's like, what are we doing here? Like, probably
On your
Newcastle.
side,
see what-
George.
Did you see what Husam said?
No, what do you
Well,
say? You're waffling again. What do you say?
He said if
Oh,
Abramovich
God.
bought Spurs, he would be supporting them.
Who, me?
Big fan.
Yes.
Man, you might though, you might though, you might.
I'm just a messenger.
You might,
see, that's
though.
why-
I'm just a messenger.
He didn't come out and
Lord.
deny it, you know.
Yeah.
He didn't
Bro,
say
I
that.
know.
Yeah,
I don't like Tottenham at all. That's why I'm not responding to that. I hate Tottenham, innit?
Okay,
Like
fair,
a lot.
fair.
So
Yeah, you are
That's what I'm
forced to
saying.
hate Tottenham, of course. Why would you say that?
Anyway, we're gonna go to Liverpool yet?
Up to you guys.
I
don't know.
didn't know. I didn't like how we moved on for Wolfie. I was liking this press of Wolfie.
Yeah, can we talk about
I
Wolf?
don't get
Oh,
what
you-
you pressed on me with, man.
it's just
I really
irrelevant.
don't.
That's why it's funny.
You know
won't
the
be here
problem is,
next year.
Wallah, I love this. There's over 900 people here, and we have spent 35 minutes. We haven't mentioned any other club but Nottingham Forest.
Fair enough. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe people do love talking about Forest.
Maybe people
Fair
don't
enough, fair
love
enough.
Forest. Maybe Forest have moved up a level. Or maybe it's Wolfie. People love Wolfie.
It's Wolfie.
No,
People
people
like
hate
Wolfie
Wolfie,
in this place where he's like now. You see how Wolfie hasn't got answers for questions? People are loving it because, like Husam said, he's got a lot
What
of
questions?
on
What
his rivals.
questions haven't I answered, Jords?
Oh, okay.
Oh,
What
here
are
we
these
go.
here
imaginary
we go,
questions
here we
that you
go.
think I haven't answered?
Which questions haven't I answered? All of them.
Inter, you just sit there walking alone, yeah? How you treat your own, and let Jords
Oh, here
answer
we
the
go, here
question.
we go.
Let Jords
That's-
answer.
that's
What
dead,
question
man.
didn't I
That's
answer?
so dead.
We
Like,
don't need to go
that's-
back around in circles on the questions. That's what I don't
Yeah,
want to
that's
do. 'cause we
egal
did
level
Alright,
banter,
alright.
man.
Anyway.
Come on, man.
Guys, can we get to at least, guys, we're not even in 200 likes. There's almost 1,000 people here. Big up everyone that is watching. Trent. So, okay, we can be shameless or we can be objective. Okay, there are two things.
I could do anything you want, Hardy. You want to be shameless? We'll be
Why is
shameless.
the guy off screen?
I forgot I was off camera.
Okay, what?
Oh,
Okay,
you
go
wanna
ahead.
talk about this now? Is
Okay,
that what-
the guy
Yo,
that
Jordan
said
does
shameless. The guy that said
No,
shameless. Go ahead.
joking.
Go
I'll
ahead.
let Sam
Fucking
cry.
run it.
I'll let Sam speak first.
Run it.
I
Go
wanna
ahead.
respond. I've got nothing to say. I've got nothing to say. Let Sam go first.
What is he
Then-
gonna
then
say?
tell us.
Well, Sam did
Tell us, Husam.
Sam did a
Trent is
2-hour
leaving,
show on it. Sam did a 2.5
I haven't heard
hour
of
show
Sam's
on his
opinion
channel.
today. I haven't had time to listen to it, so I'd love to hear it.
He had a big fight though on Sam's channel. It
With
was so
whom?
entertaining.
With
Tom,
whom?
I thought-
Callum,
oh.
I don't know the rest of the guys. I don't know their names.
Ooh, I need
Apologies.
to
Let
watch
me
that now.
guess. Let me
Yo,
guess.
what-
Sam.
what- How did
I'm
it
gonna
end?
tell
Did
you
they
the
all
problem.
walk away alone?
Tom,
What was
Let
the
me guess.
sentence?
No, one person thinks it's the player. One person thinks it's the club.
Tom thinks he's a rat, complete
Oh, yeah.
rat. He should
Why?
not be. He's a rat. Tom thinks he's a rat. I think one of them, I don't know who, thinks that he saw his future. On my channel, I'm just gonna speak on my channel what happened. Tom came on and had a 10-minute rant about he's a rat, should never play for Liverpool again. He lost all the legendary, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then Jamie came in and he said simply, listen, he just was left out to make a decision. He went to Real Madrid. He won everything. We have to accept it. And that's about it. He won us everything. My question to everyone is Trent doing Liverpool wrong? Is he a traitor to them? Or he just saw a bigger club and a better opportunity and he just went and he's looking at Salah, Van Dijk not renewing at the current moment and he's saying the future of this club is not known. I am going to play for the biggest club in the world, guaranteed trophies. I don't want to make the Gerrard mistake. Yes, I won everything. I'm not going to stay here forever.
Right.
I can go and win trophies at Real Madrid.
I would say, Mo, two things can be true. It's my favorite line, yeah. Because if he knew he was leaving from 2 years ago, which the reports, then you could argue it is on him to let the club know that he wants to leave, and therefore they can get money from him, maybe sell him earlier
Yep.
if they want to. And if they don't want to, then no one can really say anything because they never treated like idiots. Why didn't you sell him if you knew he was leaving anyway? But at the same time, do I blame him for coming out and not saying I'm going to leave in 6 months' time? No, because we're human beings and people are very emotional people, especially football fans. But at the same time, the way he's gone about it is a little bit snide. But I wouldn't blame him. If I was to put a percentage, I would say it's probably like 80% their fault, 20% his fault, only because the way he's handled it. I wouldn't expect him to come out with a flag going, I'm going to stay everyone. But at the same time, I wouldn't expect him to not say anything and then just sign a pre-contract, then wave his hands on the parade and just leave. That also at the same time is a bit iffy. If it was my player, i.e. Reece James.
What
But
if he
just,
wait?
but just
Okay,
to
what-
oppose that, what did you expect him to say then? Let's say he knew he's
That's my
leaving.
point. That's my
Exactly.
point. Maybe not say like I'm gonna leave, but maybe just keep it vague. Even if he just says, "I'm
But he
considering
did
my
keep it
options."
vague.
Did he say considering his options? Did he say that?
Yeah,
but he
yeah.
didn't-
He kept selling. He kept it. He never made a decision. He didn't come in
Exactly.
January and say, "I already signed the contract." No one knew that he was going on for 2 years. He kept saying, "I love it here." Last season, he kept saying it means more. All of the stuff
It means
here,
more,
I
yeah.
like it here, and all the stuff. Last year, he kept saying this. Basically, I'm gonna cut him some slack and say one thing. Maybe he didn't make up his mind until he wanted to see what this project is about. Yes, Liverpool won the league this season. Yes, they're gonna win the league. But what if the guy is saying or knows that Salah is gonna go, Van Dijk is gonna go? He saw the investment last summer is shit, and he said, "Why would I commit my future here if I have a better and a bigger club that just signed Mbappe, that is about to sign Florian Wirtz, and is about to win stuff, right? Why would I commit my future here?"
Of course, yeah.
Guys, can I be
We're not
honest?
talking
I
about
think you guys,
loyalty.
Mo, honestly, I think you're thinking about it too deep. I think, regardless of whether Liverpool are signing Van Dijk and Salah, whether they're not, I think from the time Madrid started inquiring about him and he saw Jude go there, he started thinking, man, if I go there, I could eventually cement my legacy as one of the best ever right backs to play the game. That itself turned his head. I think he was just waiting for a right opportunity, and the right opportunity is coming this summer when his contract is running out. He's winning the league this season, and they're probably going to sign players in the summer. There's no better time to stay. There's no better time to stay. If he really wanted to leave, he would have said Klopp is leaving last summer. Well, guess what? I'm leaving as well, since my manager is leaving. He's not going to... Guys, I think you guys are blaming him for something that makes no sense, because what...
You're right, but you're looking at too deep. It's about money, bro. It's about why do any player run their contract down?
I don't think
why
so.
does any player run their contract down?
Fabrizio tweeted today. I think I
They
saw the
offered
tweet.
him
He
more on
said,
a yearly, but let's have it right. Sign on fee is going to be about 30, 40 million.
Exactly.
They can't
Yeah,
offer
but
nothing near that,
the
bro.
wages are still gonna be low, like, and that's something that's gonna carry on
doesn't
for
matter.
ages.
No, but it won't carry on when your signing on fee will cover. Like overall, the package that Real Madrid's going to offer, but with that sign on fee, you're forgetting sign on fees up front. They pay that up front.
Yeah.
Would
I know,
not
but do you
rather
know
have
how much
the
sign-on
upfront
fee is?
than get
How much is the sign-on fee?
It's going to be about. They usually get
Big.
transfer fees for nowadays. 30, 40 million. Mbappe had 100 odd million or something, bro. What are we
Yeah, that's
doing here?
Mbappe, bro. Trent is
Yes,
not gonna get
Trent's
that.
still going to get 30, 40, maybe 50 million euros, pounds,
I don't
whatever it
think
is.
he will, but maybe.
What? What do you? How much do
50
you think he's
million
gonna get?
euros. If they're signing, I thought if they're giving him a sign-on bonus, they'll probably give him 20. I don't think they'll give him 50.
Ashraf, if
50 is
money didn't
mad.
play a part in it,
50 is half of
he would have done in the
50 is
summer.
half of Mbappe, bro.
It's Trent.
No, I don't think it's about my opinion, man. I don't think it's about money.
So why run the
Because-
contract down? Why then not say, you know what, I want to leave. You guys get a bit of bag for me going, even if it's 20 mil.
I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
I'll tell you why. Because
I
Real
think-
Madrid would have told him, listen,
Yeah.
we get you for a free. We can give you this. We can do this. You signed the contract. We're not going to pay that
Because
kind of
it's
money.
about the money, innit? Because he could have said to Real
Nah, it's
Madrid,
not
you
about
know,
money. Let me tell you this: based off his actions, being logical, is ambition. He has
100%.
ambition, and he thinks the club lacks it. And the reason why I'm
Yes,
saying
and I agree with that. And look, let me say this. First of all,
one second. My opinion is based.
Go on.
I'm basing that off the fact that I'm assuming he loves the club. I'm assuming that. I'm assuming he's not a
He must.
snake. If he's not a snake, and he knows he needs to get money from the club, he's just done everything he can do to win them the trophies, the FA Cup.
Jez, let me
what-
just tell you the facts.
And then he's just gone about his business. Like
Because
Ashraf
I'm
said.
well aware of this situation. So let me
I
just
agree.
break it down to everyone here. First of all,
Pull your heart
it's
out,
not funny.
Husam, man. It's
we're here for you.
I was gonna say it's open space here.
No, I'm fine.
We're here for you,
Look,
Habib,
you
it's
can ask
okay.
everyone who works with me on a weekly basis. I've said from the start, I think Trent has gone to Madrid. I've never denied this. Ashraf, have
Send
I
me a
denied
couple
this?
of
Getting a
Mateta
little
as
bit
well,
more
man.
now,
Send
innit?
me, send me.
I've never denied this. No, not at
You're like
all.
one of those
Yeah.
girls that go, "Oh, I expect him to cheat on me." When he cheats,
No, I'm not angry at Trent at all. I'm angry at my club. I'm not.
Okay,
I'm
let's send me Gabel Web there. Hey, yeah, let's see.
Look, I think first of all, Chez is right. It's not about money, because he could have signing on bonus. Of course, some of it goes to the agent and stuff like this. It's not
Yeah.
about the money. It's about the ambition. Chez is 100% correct. Look, we can sit here. We can be shameless. All year long, I've said Trent is going to go to Real Madrid. This is not a shock to me. Like, I understand that the knock
that
of Real
makes it
Madrid is
okay.
different. I've kept the same energy for my club and for others. Ashraf will tell you. I've been telling him from the start of the season. I think Saliba's gone as well, just
Saliba,
because it's Real
yeah.
Madrid. Like, I think that club's knock is just a different knock, and it's very difficult to refuse a move to Real Madrid. Very difficult. Everyone is here has had some form of player, like, other than you, Wolfie, of course, because your club's shit. But everyone here has had some form of player that has been linked to Real Madrid / left, like Hazard, like whoever. It happens because it's
I have
like the biggest
actually,
club
bro.
in the world.
Oh,
So
you're gonna go into
when it comes
1980s.
to when it comes to this conversation, look, I think this is strictly an ambition related move. I'll be completely honest with you. There's an article 2 days ago from Dave O'Cop, who is one of like a good Liverpool journalist. He came out and said, look, he's going to meet with the club and speak about ambition. This isn't about the money. They were going to make him the highest paid English player. And he said no. And if I'm in Trent's position, do I trust my future with Florentino Perez, or do I trust my future with Fenway Sports Group? Easy answer. If I go to Real Madrid, I win 3 Champions Leagues in the next 5 years. I win 3 minimum La
it's that
Ligas in the next
simple.
5 years.
Yeah.
And people are being way too emotional about it, saying stuff like, "Oh, he's a local boy, he's Scouse," and all. I understand that. I'm with you. Yes, emotions are part of football. I am not negating emotions
Yeah,
from
like I said,
football.
if that's true.
But
Why
we have
did
to
you
be
go
objective.
2 years ago?
But
Why
we
did
have
you
to
go
be
2 years ago?
objective about this. Look, at the end of the day, it's not on Trent to get himself a signing fee. It's not his fault to begin with that we're entering this season with the possibility of him leaving on a free. That's on Liverpool Football Club. Because if you're even talking about like money perspective, you could have given him a 2-year extension, a 1-year extension like a year ago, 2 years ago. That way you would have gotten money. So it's not on him to get himself a signing fee. That's on the football club. And this football club lacks ambition. And according to the article he met and he spoke about the future of the club and the direction. And to be honest with you, I'm siding with Trent. I'm not siding with the ownership. I'm not siding with the club. I know that the club lacks ambition. I know that the club's ambition levels is on the ground. And at the end of the day, you guys have all, been a part of the streams that mocked me for Zubimendi and mocked me for Bellingham and all those things, right? You guys have all seen it. At the end of the day, if you're Trent Alexander-Arnold, you're headed into your prime. With all due respect, do you want again another summer where you get a or another summer where you get players like this? You want to go to a club that consistently keeps upgrading.
Exactly.
Look at Real Madrid right now.
Liverpool won the league.
Let me just land this last point.
Go on.
Look at the team that they have right now. He's going to start ahead of Carvajal. He is. Everyone now cut the crap because he's leaving Liverpool. So you can all stop this act where you say Carvajal is better. He's not. So Trent starts now at right back for them. They've got 2 center backs now. Obviously, I think at least it's going to be Saliba and Rudiger. I could be wrong. They're going to get a new left back in the summer.
What is that big?
7 midfielders, and they've got about 4 or 5 forward line players who would easily start for all the teams on this panel. That is not a joke. If you go to that, you're essentially guaranteeing yourself 3-4 more Champions Leagues, etc. And I think this is a legacy move for him. He's going for ambition. He's not going for money at all. He's not going for any other reason.
And one last thing as well. One last thing as well, and this might be minor, but I think these things also play. For the last couple of years, everything he's seen from the media, from the fans, even Liverpool fans themselves, as well, many of them.
Man.
I didn't. Yeah, come on. Yeah.
No, him and Jude are going to be double dating. Don't get twisted. Him and Jude are going to be double dating, 100%.
No, do you know what? I was literally going to say it.
Jude has definitely told him, yo.
That is the lead, bro.
This is definitely
No, wait, on this, no, I feel like people don't actually get. Like, let's be real.
Him and Jude are boys.
Who wants to live in Liverpool, bruv? If everyone's gonna go Liverpool,
but he's from there.
I don't care if I'm offending Liverpool fans. When you get the choice of living in Liverpool, living in Real Madrid, it's a better move for him and his family. It's an upgrade of life.
It's called living in Madrid, not in Real Madrid.
Yeah, living in England instead of Real Madrid.
Real Madrid is
the club comes in Madrid, bro.
But I wanted to add this as well. Do you guys realize the last couple of years? I'm not saying it won't happen at Madrid, but I don't think it'll happen to the extent it happens in England, because England is notorious for this. The way the media has been destroying this guy, can't defend, roasted here, everyone is skinning him, and obviously the fans as well do the same thing.
Ashraf, the Liverpool fans have. The Liverpool fans
I said that. Yeah, Liverpool fans as well. I know Madrid fans are also crazy sometimes, and they start chasing players in their cars and throwing rocks at them and shit, but my point is, at least that media and that attention, I think, will also be less, because he has been abused for the last couple of years. People saying he's not that good, he's not world class, he's not a good right back.
He needs to get over himself with that.
I know. He's a professional. I get it.
Criticism, get over it. Anything above racism, that's problem.
No, Wolfie. What happens in England is not always criticism. Sometimes it goes a bit crazy when they overhype players, and then they overhype criticism as well. Yeah. It's not like, he's had a bad game.
Ashraf, it's not even about that. Put it this way.
One bad game suddenly describes his whole season.
If Liverpool won the league 2 more times, he would be in a Liverpool shirt next season. Simple.
Okay, but Ches, this is what I don't get from what Husam said. If Husam's saying he's going because he wants more ambition, why didn't he go 2 years ago when all the links were starting? That's the bad one.
Madrid probably told him to wait. They probably told
him to wait 2 years. I agree. So that to me, if that was the case, if someone's saying say I'm Trent,
that's why I'm saying 20% snake. I agree with you.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? If someone says to you, Ches, if I say to you, you know what, man, I think you're a great right back and everything, yeah, but I don't actually want you right now. I'll wait 2 years for you. Would you not take that as someone saying, I don't actually think you're as good as I'm saying?
If you'll tell me Goldman Sachs wants to hire me in 2 years because their guy's leaving in 2 years, I'm taking that. Oh wait,
Okay, but does that mean that currently, at the time of that conversation, Goldman Sachs
it
thinks
means
there's
they
someone
value
better
my
than you?
future. It doesn't mean they value. Doesn't
And
value
it
my
also
present.
means they have a right back they value tremendously.
Yeah, for the
who was
future,
world
that's
class
fine.
last
Yeah.
season, and they're probably telling him, hey, this guy is 30 years old now. We're not going to continue with him for long, but he's still
He's
good
also our
now.
club
Give us 2 years.
captain.
We'll get him for free, club captain, all that stuff.
Madrid.
But 2 years, you're our future. You're our
And
future. That's
furthermore,
it.
the fact that
Their
you
plan,
take it-
sorry,
should
last
take
thing,
it more-
George. Their plan was to have him and Alphonso Davies together. I know Alphonso Davies didn't work, obviously, and he's staying. But the
Mendy's
point is,
calm,
they
though.
wanted both of them.
They could still sign him, to be
Mendy's
fair.
And not just on that, Wolfie, wouldn't you take it more as a compliment that you've been contacted 2 years early to be like, bro, I
Exactly,
want you to
yeah.
replace their plan? They've said for 2 years, I want, and they've doubled down on it every time. They've been like, no.
100%.
They keep giving him the call. He's probably getting a call every couple months. No, we're watching your games. Trent, we still want you. You're our number one target. No, Trent, we still. They've reminded him and put all this effort to go get him, bro. He'd be stupid to
Yeah, it's
turn
a
them
fair
down.
point because they did it with Mbappe, didn't they? It's not like
But
they
I'm
went
gonna
in
tell you
there.
this. For
done the exact
Liverpool,
same
from
thing with
Liverpool's perspective, he has done them dirty. Running down your contract, knowing for 2 years, knowing for 2 years that you're about to leave the club, your boyhood club that brought you to the light, that brought you success, that made your name. The least you can do is at least tell them in advance that I'm about to leave. I made up my mind. Tell me in January or last summer. Him knowing for 2 years that he wants to go to Madrid is an obligation for him as someone who's brought up at Liverpool. That's his home. He's a scouse to at least give respect to the club, but he didn't. That's
Why would he
plain
do
and
that?
simple.
How do you know
Why
that
would
he
he
What do you
didn't?
mean? Why would he?
Because
Ashraf,
because what
why
if
would
what
would
if,
he not
what
do
if he
this?
tells them? Because what if he tells them and they
Why
say,
would
"Oh,
he
you're
not
really,"
do this?
because if he does that and they tell him, "Oh, you're really leaving us," okay, sit on your ass on the bench. Conor Bradley, you're starting all games. That could easily happen.
What? It
Yeah.
doesn't
Could
work
easily
like this.
happen.
Yeah.
That would be respect to sell him. What are
do
you
mean it's
talking
respect?
about?
Mo,
what are you
kind of
talking
player
about,
does
man?
that? That's,
Them.
nah, bro.
I
Like,
don't.
you
I
guys
don't
are
think the
looking into this
conversation's black
too
or white. I
deep.
don't think it's. I don't think.
Yeah,
it's
how'd you
one
know
or
they
right.
didn't?
Ashraf, how
didn't
long
talk to
does
them.
Saliba have left on his contract after this summer? 1 year, right?
2027. After this summer, 2 years. 2 years, not one.
2 years. Okay, so if in 2027 he moves to Real Madrid, are you gonna go like, oh my God, Saliba's such an asshole because he ran
No.
down his contract?
No,
But,
no,
and I've
but he's not. He's not academy, is he?
I'm not
That's
gonna
the
say
thing.
that,
He's not
because
academy.
I've
That's the
said
point.
because
You guys are making it all about academy and
It's
shit.
about the
That's
quality of the player. It's not about academy.
And
No,
this
but
academy
but
stuff
there's
is
people
so-
in the chat
do you know what,
saying
though?
20
Wolfie,
years
Hazard's
Liverpool.
not-
through and
Hazard's
through.
Hazard's not from the academy, but if he
the
left
reason,
for zero
but the
money,
reason I don't get
I'll be
it as well,
annoyed.
Wolfie, let's have it right, yeah. You coach and stuff. So you know, just going to an academy doesn't mean you support the club. Like people go around academies all the time.
Yeah,
doesn't mean
that's true.
even though you support, it doesn't mean
No,
you've
but
got
he
like a
played the
super
fans.
love. Yes, but it doesn't mean you've got a super love for the club.
Let
Like,
me
I wanna
tell you
stay
this,
my whole life.
Jords,
We're just
right?
there because that was the
Jords,
best
you bang on,
opportunity.
Jords. Jords, you're bang
Exactly.
on. Because I will tell you this, every single club in England, up and down the country, will toss out their academy players like yesterday's leftover dinners. Yeah. So why do the academy players owe the club anything? Because the only reason they've made it through is because of their skill, because of their football ability. The rest of them, who the club don't deem good enough, get tossed out. Yeah, we saw it in the summer. We saw, how many did Villa and Chelsea swap, Forest and Newcastle swap? Yeah, they're using them as money tools. They don't care about them
Yeah.
being footballers.
People think
When someone breaks through, what
Why
the hell
didn't
does he owe
Chelsea care
that
about
club?
Hudson-Odoi? Why didn't United care about Elanga?
I
Go
don't get
ahead.
your anger.
Because they
Hassan.
threw
No,
they're
this
throwing
is
Hudson
Wolfie.
out because of his
Listen
injury.
to what Wolfie's saying, because
Yeah.
53 minutes into the video, he's making a fantastic point, which is the academy thing. We're always looking at it from the player towards the club. Why don't we look
Yeah.
at it from the club towards the player? But Arsenal sold Reece Nelson last summer. What is that? A lack of loyalty
Yeah,
to their
this
academy
conversation-
kid?
It's about the quality.
Yeah, but he's not good enough.
That's my
But
point.
Trent
It's about the
is
quality.
good enough.
Okay,
Yeah.
they
But
sold
Trent is
Smith
good
Rowe.
enough.
Is Smith Rowe good enough?
No, he
But that's
wasn't
not the
good
point.
enough.
It's
Yeah,
about
but
the
did
quality.
Smith Rowe
Smith
didn't
Rowe
give
came
us
out there and
season
said, I'm
to
not
month.
leaving.
I don't understand. Okay, hold
No,
on,
but
guys.
wait,
Let me
no,
just talk to
Wolfie,
Hassan.
What
no,
I'm
no,
saying
wait.
isn't-
Can we
it's
just
not-
have
it's not-
one person talking, please?
were
Hassan, your
Liverpool
argument-
loyal to Trent more? Were Liverpool loyal
Yes.
to Trent? Why? Why were
offered-
they loyal?
I'm gonna tell you the
Why were they
difference.
loyal? Why?
Because they offered him, reportedly, they offered him what he wants
I'm
from
not
the
asking
money.
what they did.
Oh, wait,
you
no, what I
missed my
don't like
question.
is what you
missed
just
my
what you just
question.
done there.
The-
No, let me
the
let me
reason I'm
phrase it a
asking-
different way. Let me phrase it a different way, Ashraf. Because what you just said there was they're not at the required quality. Okay, but what about if Trent's better than Liverpool's quality, or if he views himself better than that? What? So does
Exactly.
he owe the club something? Because you just said that if they're not at the
Yeah.
club's level or the club's quality level, they can get dashed. So if Trent thinks he's better than the club or he can do better, Why should he not just dash off the club and go somewhere where he can?
If Trent was the and to
You
put it in
guys
this way,
shared that.
and to put it in this
You
way,
guys
if
shared
Trent
that
wasn't
bogus article. Let me just share this. This came out yesterday.
I was Husam
Liverpool are
sharing stuff on
continuing
my
talks
channel.
with Trent.
Kinda crazy.
The delay is not solely down to the finances. Considerations are centered around the competitiveness of the team, amongst other factors, and the future direction that the team will be going in. Okay? طب يلا, do the overlay thing. Mo. So now, in put yourself in Trent's position. You went, you spoke to the club. You're speaking to Michael Edwards. You're speaking to Richard Hughes. They're telling you we're going to sign Gyökeres in the summer. يعني والله, should we lie to each other? Wallahi, should I lie to you? Do you tell me right now, Husam, you have to bet your house that
You're linked to Alexander Isak.
Yeah, I know.
Why
Well,
you picked only Gyökeres? Why not? Gyökeres is one of the upcoming.
Gyökeres is good.
Gyökeres is better than Mendy. Gyökeres is better than Mendy. Van Dijk is better than
So Mo,
Bosnia
you're gonna
Serbia.
act like you didn't see us linked to Bellingham and linked to
Oh.
Chouameni and linked
No,
to
I mock
Mbappe.
Liverpool all the time
No,
for this
no,
very
no.
thing. They
No,
don't have
no, what?
ambition like that.
We've been linked to all these players.
I mock
so
them
what?
for this. That's why
So you are okay. So
hold
hold on. So Husam is on Trent's side.
Of
No,
course.
he's
And that's the right
that's
side.
what
Oh,
I'm saying
son.
is- No,
I'm
no,
not
nothing
just
is
saying-
clear.
Yeah,
Mo's not been
Trent
listening for 20
Yeah,
minutes, bruv.
Yeah,
I
Mo's
want-
You
not
just
making-
realized.
Stink
Yeah.
for
Sabah
today,
al-Noor,
man.
Habibi.
He's just saying he doesn't blame any player for leaving. Forget Trent, regardless of the academy or not, because the ambition of the club is not there.
Yes,
Simple.
the ambition of Liverpool Football
Well,
Club is think.
Okay. Can I
And this
spin
is-
it
this is
another
why-
way?
this is why I
Can I
asked
spin
you-
it?
no, no,
Can I
Momo,
spin
just
it
ask me
another
the
way?
question.
Yeah,
Well,
let
just
me
ask
spin
you
it.
because you didn't answer the question.
My
If
job.
Trent was the level of Cedric Suarez, would Liverpool have shown him loyalty? Would they have stuck
No,
with him?
exactly.
No.
It's exactly it's a
Exactly.
give and
It's not
take.
about that.
They're only
Okay.
they only
Yeah.
keep him
Okay.
and give him a
Let
contract.
me spin it.
because
Let me spin it then.
because it benefits them.
Liverpool-
That's it.
So
But
Liverpool.
Mama, can I say one thing before you
يا أخي
spin?
لا إله إلا
Before you spin, so you understand my point, because you just realized that I'm on Trent's side, not FSG's side. Let me ask you a genuine question. So Liverpool are going to win the league, right? We all agree on this panel.
Yes.
I'm not even going to be edgy. I'm not even
Yeah,
doing leopard
course.
and the three nothing. خلاص, we're going to win the
Yeah.
league this season. Have Liverpool over the last 8 years, even when Klopp was here, okay, shown you any proof that we will do our absolute best to retain it next season? Be
No.
honest.
No, you haven't.
خلاص. Thank you. Go ahead.
Here's my point. Liverpool, when Jurgen Klopp left, did the right thing, scouted the right manager to the point that their manager played this season to win the league. So that is number one. You did that. If he knows that Salah and Van Dijk are leaving, I am with him. But until this current moment, we don't know. What if Liverpool renew Salah, renew Van Dijk, get a left back, get a center back, sell Darwin Núñez, get a striker, and now Real Madrid, now he goes to Real Madrid, a Liverpool team is even stronger than this season. What are we saying then?
We are saying
We
We're
are
saying
looking
that,
at the, let me finish this. We are
John.
looking at the indications that everything is negative for Liverpool. But I'm looking at Liverpool now, scouting the right manager to win the league, right? They still have their two players, their two superstars. They signed the goalkeeper to replace Alisson that is very competent, right? What is stopping Liverpool from signing 2-3 good players this summer to even be stronger than next season?
FSG.
Nothing.
No, but
FSG.
no, this is all good on paper, right? But he's just
Unless someone from you tell me here that
Mo,
this is an
Mo,
indication that both Salah and Van Dijk
Let me
leaving.
tell you, man. Let me tell you, man. Right? Because they've won the league before this year, and they've won the Champions
Thank you,
League before this
Chez.
year.
Thank you.
And I mock them all the time for this. I'm being consistent. I laugh
Yeah.
at them because when we get Caicedo,
You guys
in
laughed
12th,
at us for the whole not retaining
we
the league.
finished 12th and we got Caicedo over them. That's just everything you need to know. How's that even
Exactly. No, what you're saying is
That's
what
it.
if. What we're saying is look at the historical
Look at the
facts
past.
with
That's it,
FSG. End
So
of
Trent
discussion.
did, okay, if he wanted to go, in my opinion, you should have told the club they should have sold him in January or last summer. Simple. Very simple. You want to
does
go?
he have
Okay,
to
Mo,
tell
Mo,
the
Mo,
club?
you're talking
You
about
don't
last
allow
January
the
or
club.
in the
Okay.
summer.
Wait.
Is this
Listen,
on
one thing. Let me
Trent
ask.
Hold
get
on.
himself
Let me
a
ask-
fee?
We can't all
Let
speak
me
at the
ask
same
you,
time.
Mo. Let me
We
ask you
can't all
this
speak at-
question.
Wolfie, just wait.
There.
If you say otherwise, you are totally on the player side. Disregard everything that Liverpool did to him or him did
I'm
to
at
Liverpool.
E20. I'm at E20. Me personally.
To me, for me, in my opinion, there is a relation between the player and the club. It's a mutual respect. What Trent did is basically saying, you aren't competent enough. I'm going to run down my contract. I'm going to leave on a free. So basically, F you. I disrespected you and I don't value you. And I'm just leaving at the end of my contract. And that's about it. Where he could have been more respectful and say, I want to go. Let me give you an example. Harry Kane, for example, was okay.
No,
Daniel Levy, let me finish.
very different.
Let me finish.
I knew
Very
he's
different.
gonna give that example.
Let me finish.
Go ahead.
Harry Kane said, I respect Spurs. I'm still going to give them money. I'm going to sign a contract, but I'm going to have a
He
gentleman's
wanted to leave
agreement
the year
for you to sell
before.
me.
He got forced to stay a
Big.
year, and
Yeah.
that's why he got sold.
Because
And he
that
was
is-
stupid.
Yeah,
Bro,
but
stupid.
that is because your ownership is shit. But he
No,
wanted to
Harry
go.
was
was
just as bad.
stupid.
And that's the point. Why would Trent put his future in FSG's hands to try to sort out a
Thank
deal for when the
Thank
same point of when FSG tried to come and finesse Real Madrid, because apparently there was rumors that Madrid were trying to offer money. Actually, it just wasn't
Yes.
a good
In
money. It was like
January,
20
by the
mil,
way.
15 million, and all these things, which we knew Real Madrid were going to do. They've done the same thing with Mbappe because they've got the strong hand. It's not down to the players to figure out. And let's just be real, man. Bro, Real Madrid is owned by billionaire owners. Why the heck does Trent have to be like,
Yeah,
oh, let
and-
me give you 20, 30 million for me and make you guys feel better? Go
Thank
sort
you.
yourself out. That's
Exactly.
your problem, not
Jords,
mine.
Jords, if they wanted to get rid of Trent in a year's time, would they give him the courtesy of telling him,
No, this
you
is
know,
not true.
a year
Okay.
beforehand?
If I
"You're
have-
Trent,
if I
man,
have a-
we're probably
No, I'm
going to
agreeing
sell
with you
you.
here.
If I have a
we're
youngster,
gonna
I'm
tell
just
you."
going to say, I'm a fan.
George, I
If
disagree
I'm
with your
a
point,
youngster,
bro.
sorry, Chits, I'm going to let you talk now. If I
Yeah,
am
let me
someone
speak.
and I have someone at my club that done what Trent did, I'll be so upset. I'll be upset at the ownership that they haven't
Yeah.
renewed this contract, but I'll be so upset with the player, because he snide. Because he knew for 2 years that he's about to run down his contract. I would be
So what?
No,
It's
no.
his
The thing is
contract.
this. The thing is this, boys. I just deep something. Bro. This is why I said 20% snake. Because Hazard did sign an extension before leaving. He did sign. Because he knew he was leaving, I think a year before, because they told him to stay. That's the year we won the Europa League, right? Against Arsenal, shout Ashraf's team, Baku, 2019. And he left that same summer for 100 million. So there is a way in which you can do things amicably. You know what that means? So that's why I wouldn't say it's 50-50. I wouldn't say it's his fault. But I wouldn't agree with the point of, like George is saying, it's got nothing to do with him and go about your business. Because Hazard, who's way better than Trent, for example, in terms of like status, literally gave the club 100 million essentially. He didn't need to do that. He didn't have to do that.
It is, you're living in idealistic scenarios. It's like
How's
saying,
it
and I wish
idealistic, sorry?
no, because it's
Can I
like
tell
saying,
you are being very idealistic with it.
That's not
Right,
idealistic
so
though.
can I wait? Just throwing this back was.
Wait,
was the
how's
same
that?
energy-
Why are you using the word idealistic? How's that idealistic?
Because
because
it's
this
look, I'll be
scenario
honest
went
with you.
nicely. He
I
was,
think-
you know,
I
showed
think
respect
a
to the club
club-
like this.
I'll tell you something honestly. I think a club could be interested in a player from like 2 years ago, but it's just interest. But nothing ever materializes from it. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't think
Madrid
like
don't
it
work
was
like that, though,
materialized. Yeah, but I don't think it materialized into like the direction that you had.
You don't think when they called him, he agreed? I think he did, mate.
No, I don't think so. I don't think at the time. I
Mm,
think
I
this is
disagree
the
with that.
year. I think this is the year of which, from the beginning, he decided he wants to move to Real Madrid. That's honestly what I.
So basically, we're assuming, based off your logic, right? The premise is that he only decided this year.
Yes, I
this
think
season.
this year he made the full committed decision. He wants to move to Real Madrid, and I've been saying it since August.
And-
And you all
Well,
have
then we
worked
could
with
both
me.
be
and
right
worked
then,
me
because
clear.
in my opinion, I think he would maybe not fully decided 2 years ago or last year, but I think he would have had a rough inkling he wasn't going to stay. That makes sense. So if that is true, then I'm right, and if what you're saying is true, then you could be right. So I don't think
Yeah.
it's black or white. Does that make sense?
Husam, was the same energy held for when McManaman left? Because he went Real Madrid as well, same way, Liverpool kid, innit? Youngster.
I mean,
youth all the way through,
Look, obviously that was before my time, but I did do my research. Shout out to Chelsea Don. I did do my research, and I do know that Liverpool fans were really upset at him at the time, and they booed him. Even he played like one game towards the end, and they completely booed him. So they did keep that energy towards him. Owen was hated because he went to Man United. It was way more the fact that it was Man United he went to after. Torres obviously was hated. Sterling was hated as well. So
Suarez
yeah, like
was hated.
Suarez, yeah. So I think this one is more because it's
It's just Liverpool fans, and Liverpool fans just hate their players when they leave. Newsflash.
no, not every player. Like I don't think people hate Suarez.
No, they still like Suarez. They like Torres. I don't
They
think they hate
didn't.
him.
No, they
Suarez-
didn't like
Suarez-
Torres.
Suarez-
No.
Suarez is
What
Chelsea.
didn't like
are you
Torres.
on about? No
Torres
one
was
likes
one of the
Torres.
most hated players in
Torres won
the
still-
Premier
2
League.
European trophies. They didn't like him.
Yeah, but they still. I don't see the hate that Michael Owen gets. For
Nah,
Torres,
now
for example.
Mo.
Torres,
At the
Torres, back in
time,
the day, Torres got hated.
No,
Torres-
bro. I'll tell you exactly what
I
happened.
wasn't. There was no social media. I
When
wasn't
when
on
when
social media
when,
at the time,
when
so maybe I
Michael
don't
Owen
know.
moved to Man United, I think 2 years later after he retired, and there was a Liverpool Legends game, and he played in it. It's a Legends, it's a charity game. And the entirety of Anfield were singing "Once a Mank, Never a Red." We like complete like that's a no-no.
Let me do these super chats to see what the guys are saying in the chat. Bigger guys, there's 1,200 people in the house. We aren't even on 300 likes. We need to get this stream to 500 likes. All these guys' channels are in the description as well. Ashraf Talks Football, Dora Gyokeres, of course, Shez, and of course, Forest Fan TV, and of course, Don Husam. Of course, everyone knows Don Husam by now. Hate saying this, but would Eddie do a better job than he did at Arsenal for Forest? I doubt it, to be honest, AMT.
With all due respect, the only reason why Forest are relevant is because we all know Wolfie. Like, with all due respect.
Basically, he's breaking his
Other
fast.
than that,
I say every
I'll
single
be
time.
honest with you, no one would even speak about that football club.
Wolfie's
But
here for
runs
a good time, not a long time. Keep saying it.
Even Miles from Filthy thinks Wolfie is deluded.
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
I
he
saw
did. He
that.
Big
come
up,
on
Miles.
Fams on. He come on Fams on
Really?
and he said
He literally
I
named
was
him.
fast.
He
He
was
did
like,
said he was like,
He
there's one
named him.
guy. He
He
said
named
there's
him.
one guy that annoys me and finds me jarring.
Yeah,
It's that Forest fan. He does my head in. He said it does my head in.
AMT
Hey,
say
big up
question for
to
Sam.
Famzone. Famzone is one of the up and coming channels. Very funny
Yes.
people as well.
Come on,
That's
come on.
that's a great channel.
Is it because those Liverpool fans hate him for going to Real Madrid?
No, I don't think it's hatred for going to Real Madrid. I think it's more because of the local thing and the fact that he's a local boy and something like this.
It's because there's no money. Let's keep it up.
The Bermuda Trent has given his best years to Liverpool and won a lot. He has to be allowed to enjoy his football for a great club. Madrid is a great city to live in.
Bermuda Goner, I agree with you completely, and that's the exact reason why I think Saliba is going to Real Madrid as well.
All right,
Yalla, now
Bermuda Gunner.
write the same message again, but for
I don't
Saliba.
think he'll go this summer.
Saliba
I
has
think he'll
given
go
his
this
best
summer, but,
years
yeah.
to Arsenal and won nothing. He has to be allowed to enjoy his football for a great club. Madrid is a great city to live in. Write it again, $5, but just change Saliba and put 1-0.
This is why Sam's one of the goats, because he can be shameless, he can be objective. It's the best content out there. Hazard also left, but ensured Chelsea got a fee. Okay.
Like I said. Like I said.
1-0 Mo and Shez. 1-0 Mo and Shez.
Come on.
There's no
1-0
1-0.
Mo.
That's why I said 20% snake.
Mbappe left PSG and left
I'm
them
a
with
freaking
nothing.
snake. Mbappe.
Bro,
Mbappe's a
don't
snake.
compare Mbappe
Are you going to
to
talk about
fucking
Mbappe?
Trent, bro.
A snake.
Yes,
Come on.
I
bro.
blame him. Red
Yes.
Indian Liverpool fan is saying, I blame him
Hazard
plain
is a
and
snake.
simple. I blame him plain and simple.
Why didn't he get a bigger
Can I
fee for
read the-
Lille?
Oh,
Ashraf,
Why didn't he get a
can I read
bigger
the-
fee for
What are
Lille?
you
Ashraf, can I
waffling-
read
who
the
you
super-
waffling about?
Can I read the super
Go on.
chat?
Man waiting until Mo's continue speaking to interrupting again. He's
Literally,
he don't
just say
rate
that.
you, Mo. He don't rate you.
I blame
ahead,
him
go ahead,
plain
go
and
on.
simple. It's all about agent fees and signing on bonus for his bro agent. He shouldn't be allowed to play another game here by Arne Slot. Do you agree
He
with
was
that,
going
Sam?
to be the highest paid Englishman in the Premier League. Stop it. About the money, my ass.
It's not about the
All right
money.
then. Seated Indian. Actually, that's a very objective answer. It's about the money. He should have signed for
Bro,
the
it's
higher wage.
literally a Paul Joyce article came out like 2 hours ago talking about the fact that Trent was going to be the highest paid Englishman in the English Premier League, bro. About
so-
the money, my ass.
So the money thing about Wolfie, what he's saying is just, it's not about Ashraf.
Yeah,
What are you
that's been
talking
the
about? You think he's been criticized in England. Watch what happens in Madrid when he gets skinned. Even Mbappe wasn't exempt.
Wolfie and Ashraf's point about money and scrutiny
No, no.
is just, that's not the reason
Money?
why he's leaving.
I
You
don't
mentioned
No, I didn't say
scrutiny.
money.
Ashraf,
I
you
said
mentioned
money.
scrutiny. You mentioned scrutiny.
Yeah, I agree, but
That's not the
I
reason why
wanted.
he's leaving. Like at all.
No, it's not. It's
I
not.
actually
said
think he's gonna get. I think he's gonna get slaughtered
adds
in
a
Madrid.
factor.
Actually, I think he's not gonna.
Yeah,
live
but
up
I
to
He
the
will
hype.
do better. He will do better in Spain.
No, I think he'll kill it.
No,
in
he'll
Madrid.
do a lot better in La
He'll
Liga,
kill it.
Mo.
We'll
Yes,
see.
I'm
We'll
saying.
see.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
and
It's a
he'll
slower
kill it.
league.
La
innit? It's more
Liga with
technical.
his technique, with his
Yeah,
passing ability.
technique, innit?
How many diagonals he gonna play to Vinicius and Mbappe behind? Come on,
Beckman,
man.
You see that
Beckham
through
thing,
ball
bro.
to
It's
Rodrigo already on
whipping
the
it
right
in.
hand side. You can already see.
Imagine if he moves to Madrid
Yeah,
and be and be one of the great midfielders we've seen. Like imagine the next 5 years, Trent is becoming a
No.
midfielder.
It
And
could
then-
happen.
Fail as a
Never say
midfielder,
never.
bro. No.
Could happen.
Imagine
He's not better
that.
than Valverde to tremendous
Sam,
level.
stop the waffle. We just won the league. What the fuck are you on about? Crazy take here. It is obvious. It is the money. Torres went because owners didn't have ambition. The number 20 we won.
Wait
Okay,
one
go ahead.
second. Red Indian, what have you seen in the last 7 years of FSG under Jurgen Klopp when we started competing to show you that we will do our best to compete again for it next season? Tell me. Can you guarantee me that we're going to win the league next season? Can you tell me anything that we have done Habibi, forget Trent. Okay, Salah and Van Dijk publicly for the last 8 months have been telling you how much they love Liverpool, how much they want to stay. They have been offered the contract. Explain it to me. Red Indian, you believe everything Paul Joyce said? No, I'm supposed to believe my cousin. I will call my cousin Aboud and I will ask him, Hala wallah Aboud, what do you think is the latest Liverpool news? Who are the fuck I'm supposed to believe? If I cannot believe Paul Joyce and I cannot believe Dave O'Cop and I can't believe all the fucking Liverpool journalists, who I'm supposed to believe? My mother? I'll go ask her, كيفك ماما بده يروح على مدريد ترنت تحكي لي مين ترنت انت شو بتحكي روح اطلع منه حبيبي what's wrong with you guys يا اخي we're talking about the most reliable Liverpool journalist Paul Joyce when he says something it fucking happens.
Husam probably has a cousin named Aboud, to be honest.
Definitely.
Man, you
I have
Definitely.
50 cousins.
in
There are
Libya,
plenty of
like,
Madrid is not going to get Trent on a fee. The transfer fee will go to Trent's bank account instead of Liverpool's Spartacus. Okay, so basically that is what is going to happen. The 30-40 million bonus, it will happen. More clubs do dirty on players yearly. Leave Trent alone. Yeah, he's not even my player. I don't care about Trent. I wanted Trent to stay, right? Because I watched the Premier League. So basically, that's what I wanted.
You don't
in
watch La Liga?
fans. I don't watch a lot. I don't have time. Only the club has power, not the players. Inc. is saying, no, the players have a lot of power, to be honest. Nowadays, Blaze, Trent was going to sign, but the contract dribbled past him.
Reese was gonna sign, but he's busy with a nurse in London.
Reese showed Chelsea loyalty. Trent didn't. 1-0 Reese.
yes.
1-0 Reese.
Hassan gets triggered
Of
by
course, you
super
have to show
chats,
loyalty when you're with the nurse. 100%.
1-0 Reese. FSG is not doing
Right,
any
right.
of those things. Alex doesn't believe that FSG are not doing anything.
They're
So
not.
basically, okay, hold on. I'm just going to call out every Liverpool fan now. So basically, I want to get a straight answer from Husam and the panel. What we have listened to Husam, you have zero belief in your club. Basically, you lose everybody. I know that you're FSG out. You don't think that Liverpool are going to be good next season. Forget FSG. You don't think.
Okay, would you trust a prostitute to not cheat on you?
No.
No, you would not. Okay, done. And question answered.
So you have zero faith at Liverpool.
Yeah, Habibi, this summer what's gonna happen is we will sell
No.
our kidney to fix our toe, and we will sell our ear to fix our leg. Yeah, Habibi, خلص, this is what we do.
Mo.
Stop it.
Nah,
I
Mo, nah.
promise you this summer what's gonna happen is we will sign, like, we need like 5 positions, we'll sign like 3 of them, and then next season when the 2 positions that we need that we didn't get fuck us up, we're gonna go like, oh,
Okay, do you
said
think
we-
you're gonna get? So you're gonna get weaker? Do you think still Arsenal win the league?
That's
I don't
that's
know.
what
I
I want to
think
talk about. That's
City
what I
will
want to talk about.
I think
I wanna talk
City
Yeah,
about
will
it.
okay, well, just give me a second. Maybe it was a dig.
no, I
It was
think
a dig.
City will win the league.
Yes.
They're linked to the players that if they sign the players, they're
Yes,
linked
I
to
know
us.
you want to talk about this. I know you want to talk about
No,
this.
because based off what Sam said, I
Zubimendi
agree with.
signed, but the trend is trending. You want to move them?
Oh
Give
yeah,
me.
so no, but it's in conjunction. That's why I'm mentioning it.
It is.
Like,
It
it's
is.
just-
Bayern was in the same position and extended Kimmich, Musiala, and Davis, who was chased by Madrid. When you're big, you're big, Husam. Loser pool.
Oh,
Shit.
Liverpool burned down the Allianz Arena 1-3-1 in your own backyard. I'm not Arsenal.
Can I
Know
tell
the
you guys
club.
something for real? I was discussing this morning with Jamie. The only 3 clubs in the world that will always attract players because of where they are at their leagues: Barcelona, Real Madrid, and Bayern Munich. Regardless of who the coach is, with all the respect, if I'm coaching Bayern Munich still can sign big names. It doesn't matter. It's Bayern
Yeah,
Munich.
of course. Yeah, 100%.
Liverpool,
agree.
City, Man United, Arsenal, any Liverpool, because you're not guaranteed a place in the
You
Premier
know, when
League. It's
people
very-
call the French league the farmers league, the Bundesliga is the biggest farmers league in the world.
Bro.
There's an Arabic saying only Ashraf and Wolfie will understand with Mo. It's called Diku 19 Jaja. The rest is up to you to understand.
Yeah, basically it's just 19 chicken and
and one
one rooster.
one cock.
and one roaster. Basically,
I feel left out.
it's basically he literally
Here,
said
we
it's basically
translated
19
it.
chicken and one
Send you on the
roaster.
Sanchez.
And one cock, and one cock.
We translated it. We said one rooster,
Hey,
19
Jords, I wish we could speak our own language and you just say something crazy.
Red Indian is saying, you believe
Yeah.
everything Borjo said? Husam did this. DA saying, Lusam.
This
It's
is the
just
same guy
mad.
that called me a terrorist before. You're not funny. I'm not going to respond to anything you said. You insulted my religion, so you can go fuck yourself.
You're done out here.
Wait, what did he say?
Yeah, Habibi, he said
called me a
that he
terrorist
spoke
before
about
the time
Islam,
ended.
bro. He spoke
did
about
he? Okay.
religion, bro.
Okay.
He spoke about religion, bro.
Yes, and I told him I
Uh,
terrorized his mom.
Which
before
team
Ramadan.
can guarantee to win it next season? No one.
See?
Yeah,
That's
no,
what we
he
speak
makes a
about.
good point because Husam tried to slide that in. He's like, yeah, Habibi, can you tell me next season you guarantee Liverpool win the league? No one can.
Dimitri, problem with Trent is that he was pretending that he's Mr.
Trash.
Liverpool, and then
Funny.
he went against everything he said. F off. Basically, what Tom said.
This
Don't
one
play
I
with my
agree with.
emotion.
Yeah,
because
he's
he's
the
with
one
my
that says this
emotions.
means more.
It
He
means
overcompensated.
more.
Yeah, you
love
can't be the one
it.
that says this means more and then leave. I get that.
Bro,
part.
you know people lie in life, they overcompensate with a little bit of truth. So
Or
that's what
maybe he
did
felt
last
like
year.
that at the time and then he's changed his mind.
No, Wolfie, come on, man. It's causation.
I actually
he obviously
believe
knew he was leaving
him.
and he was over egging it a bit.
Yes.
It happened.
Do you believe that he knows something we don't know about Liverpool?
Yes,
Maybe they are leaving.
I think they've met and spoken about the transfer strategies of the summer.
Probably because this is why he was delaying it, and probably he knows the plans, and this is why I might have to believe Husam here. Like logically
That's
speaking, the
not why
guy
he
knows
was
what is
delaying
going.
it. That's not why he's delaying it. He can't be approached until January, until the last 6 months of his contract. Like, I swear, man, Liverpool fans do this all the time. They gotta make everything such a big drama, man. Like, this is the first time that a player has run down his contract to go to a bigger club or whatever, man. This is football. This is like, he won't stop supporting Liverpool just because he's gone to Real Madrid, man. But the man has his future. I don't know if he's married, if he's got kids or whatever. He's gonna tie it down. We're seeing people
He's
go
not.
to
He's chasing a
Saudia.
girlfriend. He's chasing a Latina girlfriend.
Whatever,
We all
man.
know that,
I
but,
really don't care about the guy, man. I'll be honest with you. But we see a player goes to Saudia. A player's going to Saudia because they think this is the new up and coming league. No, they're trying to secure the bag for their family, for their future. Fair play to him.
I agree
Fair
with
play to
Wolfie.
him.
I have no
Well,
problem with that.
Osama, at least Reese has a Latina nurse in London, so he
That
doesn't
is
have
true.
to go to.
That's
That
true.
is very
Big up
true.
the nurses.
So AMT saying that the rooster is Spurs.
Habibi, that's not
Absolutely
the
not.
point of the
You
saying.
completely missed the whole
No, I
point.
think
Habibi,
you guys,
Spurs is definitely a
Oh
chicken.
my
not
they're
a
God.
talking
roast.
about our badge. They're talking about our badge. That's what they're talking about.
We know, but he missed the point.
He
Yeah,
missed the whole point.
Or-
That's
After-
We don't need to
uh,
talk about Spurs today anyway. Let's stay away from them. Yeah.
Afternoon blame Bosman ruling. I don't know that.
I don't know.
Yeah,
what that means.
Bosman is the ruling that came in back in the day. That's what created this whole free transfer thing and pre-contracts and everything. But that's a
Yeah,
long time ago.
Yeah, Husam, Reese did sign an extension, unlike Trent. Being a captain for their boyhood club isn't for everyone. I hear Ola Aina is on a free if Liverpool need a right
Yeah,
back.
but this is
You
Dakai.
hear
Like
wrong.
we can. You wanna know why I hate stupid comments like this? Because you can go back to plenty of examples in the past. Okay, Dakai, since you're a Chelsea fan, tell me why Lampard ended up playing for Manchester City. Since you're a Chelsea fan, tell me why Hazard moved to.
Do you know
Real
that? Do you know
Madrid.
why the James ones? He became captain by default. Like it's
Yeah, he
such a
became captain because there's no because all
No,
of the
no,
other
no.
ones are fucking children, and he's the only guy. He was the
Jeff,
oldest
you know
player
that
in the
whether you
team.
like it or not, you know it was the truth. He came captain
Come
by
on. It was
default
based
because
off his
Thiago
quality.
Silva left. And
Oh,
No,
Lampard
the
was
biggest player.
36 and out of contract, but
Yes.
why didn't you show him loyalty, Dakai? Because Chelsea are
Exactly. Yeah,
so
that's a
great.
fair point. That's a fair
Why
point.
did you
what do
show
mean?
your
How old
club
was
legend
he?
loyalty?
Come on, man. Why are we
See,
comparing
Bro,
him to
We
Chelsea?
everyone on
You
this
know that this
channel-
ownership is
I'm
the
not
everyone on
least
defending
this
this
channel-
comment
loyal
as a
club
Chelsea
now.
fan. It's the logic I don't like to hear.
Yes, are you really gonna fall
can't-
for the
Yeah,
super
but
chat
you just
nonsense?
mentioned a 36-year-old Lampard who went to MLS.
Why didn't Chelsea show him loyalty?
Come
He's a
on,
club legend.
He was 36 and he
And
was
he
going
was
to
a
the
club
MLS.
legend.
What do
Show
you
him loyalty.
mean?
So he's
What
too
was your
old. Chuck
loyalty
him
to the
away.
guys?
Yeah,
Yeah, so he's old. Chuck
Huh?
him away then.
too old. Chuck him away.
but what's-
Like, can
is
we
he-
stop
he's
with this
basically saying,
loyalty
yeah.
crap? Can we just stop with this loyalty crap?
Yeah, because
Wolfie,
you
I'm
never
with
knew
you.
about
I'm
loyalty.
agreeing with you. I'm not agreeing with
You're a
Kaz.
Spurs fan.
The
You don't
only
have
loyalty,
You don't-
the only loyalty in football is us fans to that club.
No, we have Javier Zanetti is very loyal to the club.
No,
We have
Yes,
no,
Steven
but
Gerrard.
but no,
We have
no,
Steven Gerrard.
no,
we have
no.
Steven Gerrard that refused to go. We have Totti who rejected Real
Wasn't he
Madrid to stay at
threatened?
Roma.
And that's
No.
why he didn't go.
Why,
there.
why
Okay, what
mention
about
Lampard?
Totti?
I don't
What about
understand.
Totti?
Lampard was
Would
Totti
Totti have
re-
played for free? Would Totti have played for free?
Mo. The one that
All these guys you
examples-
mentioned are Italians or playing
There's
in
a
Italy.
reason why
So,
the
like,
We're
examples
not
that
bringing
you're all
Lampard into this,
mentioning
because
are
he's
old
extremely loyal
school
to Chelsea.
examples.
What are we doing here?
Because that
Exactly.
was more old school football. Now it's different. Habibi, everyone on this panel has someone that left. Yani, Jords has
Campbell.
seen
So
Bale and
Campbell.
Modric go to Real Madrid. Ashraf has seen his greatest ever player go to Barcelona.
Said
Yes,
Sol
I've seen
Campbell.
a
Sol
great player go
Campbell.
to Real Madrid. يعني عادي, stuff like this happen all the time. All this
but
loyalty.
the difference is-
Why didn't you just
Campbell.
Wolfie? Why didn't you name a big player that's left you? Oh shit, there wasn't one. Okay,
Collymore,
moving on
man. Collymore when he went to Liverpool. I hated him.
moving on the conversation.
I hated his guts. He cut me deep. But that's football because our loyalty is to the club. There's no other way. How do you feel now, Jords, about Sol Campbell? Your boy, academy boy and all that.
Campbell's very different because I actually
Is it?
wasn't.
What's
I didn't
different
watch
between
the
Campbell and
funniest
Trent?
thing is, wait, the funniest thing is, I wasn't watching football when Sol Campbell thing happened. So as much as I hate him, I just hate him because that's all I know. But if we're talking about a player that I see left like a Harry Kane, I don't hate Harry Kane.
Yeah, but Sol
Harry
Campbell is similar-ish
But again,
to what Trent's doing.
I didn't watch Sol Campbell play for Tottenham, so it didn't affect me. When
Okay,
I grew
but
up. I
any
saw
one
him,
of
it's
us who was old enough to see the Sol Campbell days, there was this whole narrative. He loves Spurs, he does all this, and then he didn't go to Real Madrid, man. He went to your arch nemesis. Yeah, don't tell me about loyalty in football from
pussy.
players or clubs or whatever, man.
Yeah, who cares about
You
loyalty?
just need to
man?
listen to him, bro. He's yeah, you see that
No
boy's
player's
face,
loyal.
yeah?
It doesn't matter.
I don't think he's the man in the relationship. That's all I'm gonna say.
Listen to Luke, guys. We have 1,200 people in the house. Let's get the likes up, people, to 500 likes. Hit the like button, and if you're new here, subscribe to the channel as well. AMT saying, bloody joke, you wafflers. We're not wafflers. We understood it's a joke. We literally understood it's a joke. You were mocking, you're an Arsenal fan, you were mocking Spurs. Question for Liverpool fans now, Reece or Trent? Everyone in the chat, there's a lot of Liverpool fans. Reece or Trent now? Tom will say
Trent.
Reece James. Tom will say Reece James.
Trent.
Aboud is saying, Aboud, big up Aboud, is saying Lampard left Chelsea and scored the winner against Chelsea for us. City legend, City legend, 100%. First of not all Liverpool fans, Wolfie, for any academy players or fan, Liverpool is the biggest club in the world. Liverpool is not the biggest club in the world.
So why did Real just come and nick your boy then?
Maybe not for you, small club and mentality. Maybe Liverpool are not the biggest club in the world. So just
Real just little bro you lot, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Pretty Indian. Anyway, Shez,
Yo,
you
what?
wanted to talk about something
Oh, I thought you was
related to. You said I have a thing related to this.
Literally, based off the logic of what I'm hearing around the footballing sphere, right? So you've got Man City who are in a rebuild, and whoever would think who's not on a rebuild, they are in a rebuild because their best players who helped them get the 4-peat quad are literally leaving or in the decline. A lot of the players they brought in were youngsters or middle of the road, like Mahmoush, who's not even that experienced in the Premier League at all. 6 months, it will be in the summer. And you've got teams like Chelsea who aren't there yet, unless we sign 4 world-class players, which are probably not going to do. You've then got, who's the other team missing? Arsenal, who have their players in their prime.
Zubimendi today, in the same day,
Who
they are
have,
leading Real Madrid for Zubimendi today.
there we go. So you've got Arsenal who have players in their prime, have got a consistent points total. They regressed this season, cool, because of injuries. What world is it where they don't win the league next season? Like, how can they not? Like, please tell me how they don't win the league next season.
Based on
But how?
Husam's logic, Arsenal are already favorites to win the league.
Arsenal.
Based on Husam's logic, Arsenal are already
And this is
favorites
coming from a guy
unless,
who people know
unless
me.
City go and get Wirtz and Camavinga. Now
Yeah,
we're
unless
talking
City-
different.
unless
my
City-
favorites. Why are you putting words in my mouth?
Yeah,
I said
Habibi,
City will
based
win
on your logic, when you say Liverpool
it.
are
Yeah, I
gonna
said
fall
City
off,
will win it.
unless City get Camavinga and Wirtz, Arsenal should be favorites.
No,
They are
I don't
leading
think
Zuba-
they don't need to get Camavinga and Wirtz because they have Nico Gonzalez and Rodri coming back. So
Nico
if they
Gonzalez.
get Wirtz, which is
They're signing Zubimendi and you're comparing Nico Gonzalez.
Ya Rabbi. Ya Habibi, they are going to sign Florian Wirtz as the KDB replacement. They've got all those players that they signed in January now, 6 months of preseason in the league where they're getting used to the league. And Pep Guardiola has never went 2 years without a league title. So
Just
for
to
me,
let you
That-
know,
that-
so I'm not
the
sure
end
you
that
actually
goes
have
with-
seen the reports, but it's been looking like Florian Wirtz is more than likely to sign a contract extension.
I can't see Man City
Right.
strengthening that much, Sam, though.
Why is he upset?
Jordan
None.
not playing, I think.
no, I'm watching Palestine, Iraq. Jordan drew
Ah.
with Korea and Korea. Very good result.
Okay.
Not bad. Not bad.
I just can't. You know what it is? Man City's the unknown, you could say.
I need Palestine
But
to beat
is-
Iraq. I want to go World Cup.
No, man, I can't. see
But
Man
is
City
it
doing that.
you say it's an unknown, but is it that much of an unknown? We
No,
know they're
no.
always
Let me
the most
put it like
ambitious.
this, yeah.
We
If
started
Man City
excuses from now that Man City are
Yeah,
favorites.
so it's exactly
It's
right.
like, we haven't
No,
even
no,
finished
no,
the season
Before
yet.
you land, yeah, because the question for you, right? It's a question for you, so I'll let you land. I will disrespect you, yeah. If Man City win the league, am I going to be like, oh my days, yo, no? But am I going to be like, whoa, that's a bit of a surprise? Yes, I'll tell you why. because the players who've won them the quads, won them those leagues, is the quality of players Pep needs. Are you now telling me, when you look at their squad today, that quality in their team, even with Rodri in there, is good enough to win the league?
Yes.
I don't know. No, I
They're
don't think
favourites,
it's a
in fact.
definitive yes anymore. It's I don't know one. It's not really a yes.
Let's
The problem
exclude
is
two
we're
things because
fucking ruling Liverpool out. If Liverpool renew Salah and
Yeah,
Van Dijk,
I'm
we have a
using the
very
sound logic.
confident
yeah,
team.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm
No
No, yeah.
one is ruling Liverpool out. Everyone here is
You
changing what
are.
I said. I am saying, based on the past experiences of this football
Exactly,
club,
that's what I'm saying.
we know for a fact that we're not going to do our absolute best to make sure we retain it next season, because that's just not the type of club we are. But we will still compete if Salah and Van Dijk stay. If one of them leaves, then it becomes a top 4 race, even one, never mind 2. So when it comes to we are in the race for next season if they both stay. But I can't tell you we are going to win it, because I have seen us be shit in transfer windows before. Now, when it comes to Manchester City, I'm completely going based off previous evidence. Okay, you want to talk about what's your logic? Let me explain to you my logic. Pep Guardiola in his career has never gone 2 years without a league title. Number one. Number two, the fact that the likes of Marmoush and Kusanov and all the players that they signed in January now have 6 months of experience in the English Premier League, where they don't need a preseason, they don't need to get used to Pep's system. Number three, the fact that Rodri is going to be back, and number four, based on the players that they're linked to this summer. So if I take all of those things into account and I look at patterns in history, I don't even need to go long ago. Manchester City were fucking awful. They spent 170 million in January. That's the type of club that they are. They want to win. Sheikh Mansour wants to win. Sheikh John does not give a fuck about winning. There's a difference. You get it? So now the point is, based off of previous evidence and objective reasons that I just said, I think City will win the league next season, completely objectively.
Same. Yeah, I agree. I think it's the exact same. I think they'll sign. People make it seem like they need to sign world-class players this summer. I don't think so. I think they just need to sign the right profile of players to fit their team. I think Rodri himself coming back is a massive, massive boost. And we make it seem like they're going to sell the whole team this summer and the entire starting 11 is gone. They're probably going to get rid of like 3 or 4 starters, I think, from the current team. I think they'll probably keep one of KDB, Bernardo Silva, and Kovacic. I don't know. Like, they'll keep one of them at least for experience. The defenders are there. They'll probably add a right back. They'll add maybe like a winger. I don't know if they even need to add a winger, because I think Doko and Savio and even Marmoush, as seasons keep going, will be better. They have the best manager in place. They have the best ownership. I don't see why they wouldn't be favorites next season, in my opinion. Even if Liverpool keep Van Dijk and Salah.
So
And even if we sign a striker.
if you sign a
Yes.
striker and you get the
Yes.
Williams, you don't think
Yeah.
you could move into that?
I don't rate Williams that high, but let's assume, we get a top left winger and we get a striker. I don't think we'd be favorites. I think we should definitely
Zubimendi.
challenge.
You
So
should
when
definitely
are
be
Arsenal going to be favorites?
Yeah, and Zubimendi. But the thing is,
is going
Zubimendi.
Madrid.
But
Yeah,
Zubimendi.
Habibi,
Zubimendi,
Husam,
if-
today it's reported that he's
Yeah, but even if
Arsenal
he
leaving
joins
already.
more, even if he
Might
joins,
be a rumor.
he's
That
replacing.
is it.
But even if he joins us, he's replacing someone who's going out, and that's Thomas Partey, who this season has actually been quite good for us. And the season 2 seasons ago was one of our best players. So it's not like he's coming in and replacing a crap player. So I don't think it's gonna elevate us. It's just gonna keep the quality good, which is something we obviously need. But the striker and the left winger is what's really gonna elevate us. Will it elevate us to the point where we're favorites? I don't think so, because I think City will get their business done. This will change if what Husam and I said doesn't happen, which is City have a shit summer. They don't sign anyone major. I don't know. Haaland gets injured for ages or something like that. Like, that obviously will change. I don't think these things will happen.
Let me do this so we can just Trent and FSG deserve abuse. Boo him all the way out.
I hope John W. Henry wakes up tomorrow and decides to quadruple the price of the tickets, because that's the only way we're ever going to get a protest.
Really? Daniel is saying, you guys want a protest when you're winning the freaking league, you're 20th and you're equal in Man United?
Yes.
all are
That's the
shameless.
point of doing.
Yeah.
No, that is
They
the point
should.
of doing a protest. You do it whilst you're good and whilst
Exactly.
Protest from a
Lampard-
position of strength.
This guy is so shameless. Lampard scored the equalizer versus Chelsea. At least be factual. Oh, all right then.
Your name
Speak-
is Win Stanley and Maresca out, and you have Trent to Madrid. How obsessed are you? This is actually genuinely like very obsessive, dangerous behavior.
Speaking of
Genuine.
protest, Jords.
Can I,
What's
let me
going on with
just,
this
Ghana,
country?
let me just, Gunner here. We have many
Oh.
holes to fix. Left wing, a striker, and we need replacements for Partey and Jorginho alongside another creative midfielder. In my opinion, it is not certain.
In 7
Okay.
years. And they're
5
still
years.
I
holding.
know. And
years into the
do you
thing.
see Arteta named him that? I mean, come on, seriously.
So we're gonna kick the can down the road again.
Season 7, man.
This is
Netflix.
actually ridiculous.
Mm.
Ashraf,
Yeah,
what you got to
it's-
say for your club, man? Talk to me. Is that what we're doing? Kicking the can
Bro,
again?
look,
They're
as I
hiding
said, I
under
think,
Arteta's
This is
threat.
actually, you got people turning 30 years old and they started the process when they were 23.
yeah, look, as I said, I think if we keep, I think Arteta can win a league, but I think he's got perfect conditions to have perfect conditions have to happen for him to win, and I don't think that's going to happen for us. I think our chances are better if we sack him and get someone different, but obviously someone that fits the profile of the players we have and stuff. But if he's here, I think for him to win, like, a lot of things have to go right his way, which unfortunately is 90% not going to happen. So it puts us in a very difficult position, but it is what it is. I guess a lot of people have accepted it, unfortunately.
So you think even with
Yeah.
a striker, a backup, right winger, and all that, with Arteta in charge, it still doesn't happen?
It depends on the other teams, and that's where I'm annoyed, because I don't want my faith dependent on what other teams do. But the reality is, if we get a striker, we get a left winger, and we replace the guys who leave, so Partey leaves, we get Zubimendi, whoever, I'm still looking at City and I'm like, okay, what are they going to do this summer? Versus if we get another manager, like let's say we get we're not going to get him, but I don't know, assuming we get like a Luis Enrique or a Xabi Alonso, for example, I still feel like, okay, that difference in mentality and that difference in attacking philosophy, even with City signings, can still give us a better chance, because the manager will because the problem is City could do what City need to do, but we also need to do what we need to do throughout the season. And I don't know if I trust Arteta to be able to do it throughout the season. One of the biggest things that criticisms I have of him is just bravery. He had a lot of bravery 2 seasons ago when he was challenging. He's not shown it this season. He's not shown it in the first half of last season either, which probably also cost us the league. And I think we have a very, very good attacking team when everyone is fit and available, but he doesn't play to their strengths.
I agree with everything
Why
you
is
just said,
Tevin
bro.
always crying in the chat? Tevin, you always cry. I noticed this. You're actually one of the biggest criers in the chat. You called into the Mo show on Saturday at like 5 a.m. your time to just cry and waffle. Just give it a rest, man. People
Like,
are
you
allowed
mentioned
different
Arsenal, it gets
opinions.
emotional, innit? Hold that,
Fucking
man. Get on a panel show if you don't like
Why
what I said.
emotional?
Hold
Just
that.
get it together, Tevin. Fucking hell.
Sam,
guy
I
was
have a right
shouting
back
at
for you
Jake.
at Liverpool.
You were
Don't think
shouting at
Dumfries.
Jake at 6 a.m. in the morning.
How am I quiet? Are you man alright? I've been speaking this whole stream.
Who said you're quiet? Jords has
said you're
been quiet. You know, I tried to search Spurs this morning, Tottenham, to find anything to talk about.
Quiet, you know.
And the main news about Spurs is Vertonghen has just retired from football.
The main
That's
news
right.
was Jed
You
Spence.
haven't actually looked
That's
into
my
the
Jed
match.
Spence calling out Arsenal.
Yeah, Jed Spence did the interview. That's the best news about Tottenham right now.
Yo, he
That's
was
his year.
laughing at Martinelli. Yeah, Martinelli as opposition. He laughed at it.
He laughed
Yeah,
at Martinelli and then he gave Salah so much respect, called him smart,
And
IQ.
Didn't even laugh. He started laughing, then he went, nah, because he realized who you man were really talking about. An absolute shit winger.
Yeah, he
But,
kicked him when he was in the
No,
championship.
some of the
Tevin, you
news, to
can't
be fair,
even
yeah,
say shit. Oh, Tevin, you're so. I feel it's so
Mo,
bad.
if you want some Spurs discussion, just ask Jords what's going on with their protest.
protest. Yeah,
Yeah,
I just
Well,
what are you
protest, I
saying,
don't
man? It's
even-
been a month and a half.
yeah, we do. We do have a
Pause,
protest
pause,
coming up.
pause.
Actually, we got some in a few weeks.
That's a massive.
My name's
pause.
Tevin. I'm Arteta out and Arteta in at the
Have you,
same
have you
time.
decided what you're protesting this time, or you still just?
We was very clear on that last time. What we're protesting for, and again, we're very clear, and it's going to be at the home game against Southampton in a few weeks. So, if there's any Spurs fans watching, make your way down to the protest on that day.
I'm so curious when you and
George,
Husam
you notice the
speaking-
Vim that Wolfie is
What do you
asking you
guys-
questions? The way that
that's
he
true.
asked.
How you
He's
let
trying
Wolfie
to
treat you
corner
like that?
Yeah.
George.
How you
And
let
he's
Wolfie
trying
treat
to,
you like
yeah,
that?
he's trying
You
to
just said
corner
you had
George.
nothing on Spurs.
He's
so
been
you can-
trying-
The first
not-
time in
that's
history,
not-
we had a forest section for 5 minutes, and you were absolutely rattled the whole 5 minutes, Wolfie. So you can.
Bro, you
know?
weren't
Funny
even
thing,
here.
you
What
can't-
are you talking about? It went on
I-
for half an hour.
I listened
What were
to
you
it on the
talking? You weren't
replay.
even here. You
I
weren't
listened
even
on the
here.
replay.
I
You
would
were too busy crying about Trent.
I'd happily avoid speaking about Spurs because we spoke about every other team. I've enjoyed that today. But if you want to speak about Spurs, there hasn't been that much news. International break. Spurs ain't playing until next week against Chelsea. There has been news coming out that apparently Romero is wanted quite heavily by Atletico Madrid. I've seen that, and also he's wanted by Real Madrid. So quite a lot of the top clubs want Romero. It looks like he'll probably be on his way out this summer transfer window. I'm not against it. I think for what he has been and his up
Where
and
is he
down
going?
levels,
Where is he going?
he'll go to one of the top clubs in Europe. There's no doubt about that. Atletico are interested in him. I know Real Madrid are interested in him.
Inter are interested as well.
They may be, but they ain't got the money to pay for him. That's the problem. I think with Romero, you're gonna have to. We're looking at a fee, and that's not no disrespect. That's generally real. I think you're looking at a fee of between 60 to 80 million pounds. Like
80 million pounds for Romero.
We bought him for 45 million. He's got
He
better
just
since we bought
80
him.
million pounds. 100 million euros for Romero.
Come on,
Again,
Jords,
Mo,
After
you
playing-
no.
after
This
playing
one, you guys hear numbers and you start throwing it out, and you're just like, wow.
80 million
Even
is
when-
way
and
too
it's
much.
funny because when I tweeted this earlier, a gal was like to me, 60 million's low. You should be asking for more. And I was like, yeah, it would be between 60
Bro,
and
Gal
80.
thinks
Now you're
Arteta's
like
the
a guy.
second
Now you're
coming.
like a guy.
Now you're agreeing with the gal. I can't lie, you're
Now
not
you're
with the
agreeing
gal.
with the
You're
gal.
right,
First
you're
of
right.
all,
You
Wait,
can't
wait,
agree
no,
with
no,
the
no,
gal,
no.
and you know you
know
can't
what's
agree
funny?
with the
Because
gal.
Now
people that
he's giving
people that
gal as an
me, but I
example.
agree with him.
follow me, people that follow me saw that I went
A
instantly
gal
back
told
to a
me,
gal.
so I agreed with
I
him.
instantly
Yeah.
went back to a gal and said, no, it's not cheap. 80 million pounds, the most expensive transfer for a centre back. So I don't think Spurs will get anything more than that. But we will not get less than 60 million pounds. Let's be serious with this. We brought him for 45 million pounds. Tottenham are one of the best.
I rate him. actually. I
Tottenham
think
are
he's a very
one
good
of the
defender.
best at handling transfers. Whether you like our business or not, when we sell players, we don't get fleeced. We don't get fleeced by no club.
You get fleeced when you buy him, no?
Okay, but when that's because big clubs get fleeced when they buy players. You wouldn't know about that, Wolfie, because you're not a big club. So
Bro,
again,
the fact that
let's
you
go
think
back
you're
to
a
it.
big club,
When
that's
we're a club like us and you manage deals and you do things great like Levy does to get rid of players, we will definitely get 60 million plus for him.
George,
And when
why
you
is
have
Spurs
a
a big club?
when
Why
you
is
have a
Spurs
club like
club?
Atletico, Real
Oh my
Madrid
God,
coming
he asked him the question. What's the point of Spurs?
So when you look at the sizes of the clubs that are in for him, they have the money to pay what we're going to be requesting. Plus, Romero's a World Cup winner, one of the best centre backs around. He just needs a new environment. Tottenham isn't the place for him at the moment, and he wants to leave. So yeah,
George, why is Spurs a big club? Serious
No,
question.
this is a different show. It's a different show.
Okay.
He's not.
I'll
gonna-
be real, Wolfie. You can't catch me out with that. Again, you had that argument with Sava last week. It all seemed nice because Sava was going back and forth for you. I was sitting there going, Sava, you don't need to do that. I wouldn't argue with it. Not
I
in the
just
first
asked you a
time,
simple
obviously.
question, bro.
And
Like,
I just
you
refuse
don't
to
have to
answer
deep it more than
And
that.
I refuse to answer it. Yeah, that's fine. Because
Or
you know, we
can't.
come on these shows, I give my own time, and I don't need to answer all the questions. And quite frankly, I refuse to answer.
You don't. You don't.
Thank you.
You don't.
Ah,
And we're gonna just finish this show.
Man,
Now.
man.
Berta should be working with a better coach because it might not work with Arteta. I guess we'll see next season, AMT. I guess he has the season.
That is something I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see who ends up having more influence, Berta or Arteta. If Berta ends up controlling the whole thing, let's see. Maybe that does help Arteta. Who knows?
Patrick, big up Patrick, True City fan. Husam, do you still rate Trent as a defender?
Yes, of course I do. What? I think I'm gonna change.
This
my
is the
opinion?
biggest myth, by the way, by Husam. Husam is the one who started this. That Trent is good defensively. He's at best average as a defender. He's great going forward, though. Fonzie, Wolfie back to normal after first section. Shame.
What happened in the forest section? That's so different.
Oh god.
You
You're
did
not
get
as press
pressed, to be
resistant as
honest,
you
Wolfie.
seem to think you are. You're not press resistant. That's what happened.
Yeah.
What did you press
AMT,
me on?
if Romero is 80 million, Saliba is 100 million. Yeah. Who said otherwise?
That's
more
what
than that,
people
yeah.
said, and I don't disagree. Saliba's
No
like 4
one, no
years
one
older than
said
him. I don't
otherwise.
think Saliba's better than him. Like,
Listen, big up people that joined us. This is actually a great
Breaking news,
stream.
Saliba better than Romero. Wow, so edgy, mate.
Durak Dar is in the description. Forest Fan TV in the description as well. Shaz
Definitely
channel
American
in the
Apple.
description. Ashraf Talks Ball. And of course, Don
When I
Husam, of
wasn't here,
course, in
did
the-
Chaz say he's gonna win the league or?
No. he didn't say-
Good. Just checking.
He escaped the Chelsea and Sancho
I
conversation.
love the fact that everyone just
Oh,
groups
missed
Chaz
that
and
out,
London
the
together.
Sancho.
I don't like how we just focused on Trent. We should have talked about how Liverpool need a whole right hand side and a whole left hand side. They're finished after the season, but we'll have that next week, innit?
Oh,
They're finished. He said that it's a definitive statement. They're finished.
Sam, who has a better chance?
To be fair, today at least we got positive news when it comes to Salah. They said that Saudi clubs are speaking to him, but it's not. It's one-sided. He doesn't want to go, so it's a good thing.
Sam, who's got more chance to win the league next season based on transfer window? Yeah, Chelsea, Liverpool.
No, Liverpool, definitely Liverpool.
Okay,
You
fair
don't
enough.
have to.
No, noted.
All right, guys. We'll see you guys next week. Hit that like button. We're very close to
You can't
400
win the league
likes.
with a flat track bully. as your best
He's
player.
nibbled. He's nibbled.
He's
I
nibbled.
think
And
I'll-
Wait,
he-
so-
he-
When
he-
you ask a stupid
You-
question, when you ask a
You
stupid
see
question
how
and
guys
respond, it's
questions
called
can make
nibble.
people think about
I haven't
things.
nibbled
See
that
what I'm
shit.
saying?
I just destroyed your point. Can you win the league with a flat
Hey,
track
let's have-
bully
we'll
as
see
your
if
best
we can
player?
next season,
No, you
yeah, we'll
can't.
see. We'll see.
No, you can't. Big up Cole Palmer. Very cold. Scored the
Trent,
goal.
you
Big
getting
up
top
Trent. Big up
five.
Trent.
You
Very
getting top
warm in
five.
Madrid.
Guys, 10 likes away from 400.
I agree
We're
with
out
you.
of here,
Big up,
people.
Trent.
We'll see you guys. This will take you to the A-listers with Husam, Lewis, Igal, and the rest of the guys. We'll see you guys there. We're out of here, people.
Don't you dare put Palmer in at 11, by the way. Don't you dare.